Good evening, everyone. I just had the thing. I'm looking at two different screens, which means I didn't actually see that I was on the right screen for that second. But welcome. Welcome to the first installment of Tabletop TBR, presented by Pled Dog Events, and we're sponsored by Adventure Dice. We also have the generous contribution of Rowan, Rook and Decard, who are helping us out with a little giveaway we'll be doing later on during the evening. But today, before I introduce our lovely players and our lovely guests tonight, we're going to go to the shelf of games to pick out what we're playing with tonight. Very elegant, very smooth. No one saw me do the little shuffle with the feet. It's fine. This is Eat the Reich. We are going to be playing Eat the Reich tonight. Eat the Reich is a game, as said, by Rowan, Rook and Decard, written by Grant Howitt, illustrated by Will Kirkby. It is disgustingly neon, and we love it. And we're going to be having a lot of fun just playing through a Nazi-infested Paris, as our lovely players will be taking on the role of a crack commando of vampires whose aim is to cause as much mischief and chaos as possible to reach Adolf Hitler, who is obviously in his Zeppelin, which is anchored at the top of the Eiffel Tower, as you would expect from a game like this. But that is our premise of the game for the night. Thank you, everyone who is joining. If you want to, feel free to heckle in chat. We will do our best to keep an eye on that. Our players tonight, we're going to go round in order of what I see on my screen. I'm going to roll a single die to see who we begin with. We're going to start with Queenie. Queenie, would you like to introduce yourself and who you're playing tonight?
Hi, I'm Queenie, she, her pronouns, and I am playing Astrid, an ex-fighter pilot that was bitten by something after a crash.
Yes. Yes. You can see everyone on the overlay on Twitch has their little character art icon, again, generally provided by Rowan, Rook and Decard. They are very nice at letting people who do this kind of stuff use the assets. All of the art is by Will Kirkby. After Queenie, who is playing Astrid, we're going to go with Urvy. Urvy, who are you playing? Anything you want to plug?
Hey, hello, hi, my name is Urvy Fitz. I am playing Flint, born in a cave, driven out by some Nazis, seeking some revenge, half man, half bat. This is going to be one of the few times you hear me say words in the next 3 episodes. So with that said, you can find me all across the places, these are Slon, and I'm excited to make some random noises for you all.
I'm terrified and excited to hear the noises that Flint can make. Let's go next with Emily.
Hi, friends. My name is Emily. I am on the Coast Salish territories. They are unceded and stolen. My pronouns are they, them, she, her, with a preference of they, them. And I am playing Chuck, a cowboy slash vampire, who's an all-around good guy, just, dead. And I might skin him a little Canadian because I come from a long line of farmers, and I thought that'd be a fun pull-in.
I'm not even going to try attempting the accent there. It's just
We're just
going
to do the Western
It's
accent, throw an A in there. I don't know how to be like, oh, yeah, but
What would it look like? Howdy, partner?
Y'all.
Oh, my teeth fell out. There we go. Oh. And Jess, last but not least.
Hi, I am going to be playing Iryna. I am rich and dead and rich and beautifully into the occult. And I brought my sword from home.
Hell yeah!
Is that Jess or Iryna? That is for us to find out, I guess. And yes, and as I said, my name is Alex B. I use he, him pronouns. I will be the game master for the evening. As you can tell, I am wearing more of a vampire-esque with a vaguely military-ish jumper slash sweater for you North Americans out there, just because I cannot really cosplay any of the characters I'll be playing during these sessions because they are all Nazis. Some of them are a little like weird occult crypto Nazis, I guess. But that would not go well. So we're just going to go with a generic vampire washed out. Look, before we begin, I will remind everyone that this is a game. It is not a piece of political media. It obviously has a political message, which is you should punch Nazis. That is actually good. It makes you feel good. It makes the world a better place. But also, this is a fictional piece of game. It is mostly cathartic. We're going to be playing. I am not going to be specifically me. I am not going to be playing like the horrors of the Nazi war machine. It is going to be more of a cartoony, slapstick, ultra-violent version of what happened in history, and it is not trying to erase the work that everyone in the various resistance and military operations during the Second World War actually went through and undertook to stop and prevent the Nazi war machine from continuing. And I am told that I am a little bit too far from the mic, so I'm going to move a little bit closer. Yes, we're going to be playing Eat the Reich. We are going to be setting up the very initial scene, and then we're going to have characters be introduced as they appear on the scene specifically. And the way that we're going to do that is that I am going to ask, I'm going to show our players I'll give you the name of the first locations that you can enter in to begin with. He said, slowly stalling for time as he rifles through the pages. Here we go. This is our map of Paris. We are going to be traveling through from Sector 3 all the way to Sector 1 and the Eiffel Tower, where the Zeppelin, you can see, is hiding up here. You are going to be landing, players, in one of these locations in Sector 3. Specifically, we have the Saint-Médard Church, we have the Hotel L'Étoile, we have a graveyard, we have the catacombs, we have the Grand Magasin Martin, the shopping center, and La Place de la Siphène, just a fancy square with a fountain in the middle, in the outskirts of Paris. Where would people like to begin the scene? And then I will read a little intro.
Are we all choosing, or is it one per each?
It'll be one for all of you. So if you want to have just a brief chat about what would you like to land in a graveyard, would you like to land on top of a hotel, in the middle of a shopping center, just a square, or a church, basically.
Catacombs, church, or shopping center? What do you guys think?
I like shopping center.
Shopping center.
Shopping center it is. Grand Magasin Martin will be our starting point. That's good for me to know. Okay, in that case, we are going to go into our beginning, which is... The year is 1943. Europe is at war. Illuminated by the dull red lights of the bomber's hangar, Commander Slate paces back and forth on the steel plates of the plane's floor. The last 6 months have led us to this point. This is our final move. Your mission is to kill Adolf Hitler in his Zeppelin atop the Eiffel Tower. There are 4 reinforced steel boxes hanging from the roof of the bomber. From behind bulletproof glass in the lids, eyes stare forth with fierce determination. Your eyes. Commander Slate continues, it's hot as hell down here, folks. Once you arrive, you'll be swarmed with Nazi scum until this is done and dusted. She walks over to a large mounted lever towards the front of the bomber. Says, any questions? And she pulls the lever. And you are plunged through the air, immediately reaching terminal velocity, throwing yourselves down into the chaos, well, the soon-to-be chaos that is the city of Paris. One fine evening? That's not a sentence. One fine evening as the 4 of you will arrive and just plunge into the Grand Magasin Martin, the what was going to be a sprawling multi-level department store selling mostly anything you can imagine as long as it can be imported from Germany. It is state-of-the-art escalators, ferrying fur-coated customers up and down between sections and overworked staff rushing to and fro to fulfill orders. But as this almost idyllic scene, there's a little bit of Wagner playing in the background, just a gentle, soft, melodic, and it's just 4 coffins, steel reinforced, land, and you are reduced to a pulp because it is a steel coffin that has been dropped from a plane into the middle of a city. You are made into primordial goop once more. But blood donated by the nuns of Our Lady of Perpetual Ruin will immediately reconstitute you enough for you to step out of the coffin in... I will roll to see who will go first. This will be Urvy Fitz. How does Flint appear onto the scene, emerging out of the coffin as goop becomes man, thing, beast?
That thing, as Flint clambers out of the coffin, it is definitely a conglomeration of watching the wings start to reform, the goop remasking out to flesh, letting out a fierce howl and scream out at any customers walking around. He gives zero cares about anyone that sees him in this moment, and just absolutely comes out on all fours before slowly cracking up into...
There is screaming.
Bipodal modal. Good.
There is running. There is immediately, you notice an infantry squad rushing in from the outside, pulling out their initially pistols. They don't seem to have anything much larger, stronger, or more powerful than the pistols. But, and this is how we begin, what is the first thing that Flint would like to do? So for you players to clear this scene, to clear the objective that will take you to the next location, you will need to achieve 8 successes. The objective rating for this scene is 8, which means that you will have to allocate a total of 8 successes from your dice pools to clear the scene. You can allocate successes to, again, clearing the objective, to defending yourselves against oncoming threats. In this case, you have this infantry patrol that is showing up. To gain blood. What is Flint going to be doing in this situation, knowing that there is an infantry squad that has been sent in to find what the chaos is all about?
Flint would like to... I'm going to first remove my grappling hook, make sure that's on my person, and then he would like to...
It was inside your person for a second there? Yeah.
Yeah, that was a moment pushing that out. He's going, if possible, to actually use said steel coffin here as a improvise one of our abilities as a improvised projectile to just kind of chunk on over. Where it lands, whether on or in front of it, it'll cause some times.
Yeah. So you're using... What is the basic stat that you're using to build your dice pool around?
Brawling. A strength.
Gonna go straight brawl. So you're gonna be brawling with this infantry squad by just throwing a piece of a reinforced steel coffin at them. Correct. Okay. In that case, so what is your brawl?
4. So
you begin with 4 dice. And then how many dice does your improvised projectile give you?
That is spend a blood. You check something large and heavy, a surprising distance.
You do not currently have any blood. All the blood that you have been using has been making you back into a physical shape from goop.
Hurt.
You can still throw it. It just won't give you an extra dice. Yeah.
Still want to fling this thing at them. That's going to be our best bet anyways.
Very good. In that case, we're going to begin with a simple 4. So you're going to roll 4 dice. They are going to respond with 3 dice. So the infantry squad has an attack rating of 3. They are going to be rolling 3 dice against yours.
That is 12 total.
I would like the individual numbers on the dice, please.
Is 1, 2, 3, 6.
1, 2, 3, 6. That is a single success, but it is a critical success, which means that you can either defend against 2 attacks, you can clear the objective by 2, or you can gain 2 blood. Letting you know that they have been very good, and they have rolled a 4, a 4, and a 5, which are 3 successes.
Okay. We'll use the block 2.
Yep, we can block 2. So if you take 2 attacks against you, it will be 1 injury. If you take 3 or more, it'll be 2 injuries. So in this case, you can just block the 1, and it'll make no difference between blocking 2 and blocking 3.
Okay.
So if you would like to use 1 to block and an extra 1 to either gain some blood, or anything else, that is up to you.
No, that sounds good, actually. I like blood.
Blood is good.
Blood is good.
Blood is good. You heard it here first, folks. Blood is good. So yes, okay. In that case, you see they start shooting, and you are using the bit of steel to defend yourself. But you know what? I shouldn't be telling you this. What? How are you doing this? How are you grabbing blood as you are going through and defending yourself while still getting like a bit of a grazed injury going through?
We're definitely just kind of hurling. I think the steel bit that we've used, like the paneling, is more a shield as a like forward tossed flat. We get a little splatter, nice little like just lick off the own face kind of moment.
Full dog behavior.
Yeah.
Yeah, just regaining the dog like brain, which means you can mark down a blood. You now have 1 blood to begin with. And you've obviously taken down. So the I don't have to tell you how many Nazis you take down. Just assume you're always taking down at least 1. Obviously you gained some blood from at least 1 of them. So 1 of them has gone down. Their attack and threat rating is not going to change until you do something specifically about it. So they're going to be rolling 3 dice against you at any point in this scene. Whenever any of you is engaged with them, they will be rolling 3 dice against you. So that is Flint. We're going to see how Iryna emerges from her coffin.
So you see someone step out of this ruined coffin looking impossibly put together for what a mess she is stepping out of. Like, truly, it defies all logic. She is adjusting her hair as she steps out, and she's gonna look around and she's hungry. If there is like any way that she can sneak behind or like kind of stealthily get around to somebody without drawing a lot of attention, she'd like to just have a quick nibble.
Yeah. So this is something I should have pointed out when Flint was going through, but the stats that we are using to build the dice pool, the base stat to use to build the dice pool, says Flint was using Brawl, Iryna is now using Sneak. Players have options of using Con, Fix, Search, Shoot, and Terrify as well. But yes, Iryna, if you would like to build your pool around the Sneak, is there anything else you would like to do other than sneaking around to find something to nibble on?
Well, I would very much like to, once I've had a bit of a snack, refresh myself a little bit. I'd like to draw down on one of those people and try and reduce their attack rating by 1 with a Deadeye shot.
Is that spending blood to activate?
Yes, so I don't know if I can do that.
It may be on the next round
right.
on this one. But yes, absolutely. So give me your Sneak dice pool. So it's going to be against the dice pool of 3 from my side.
It is a 1.
Okay, we're going to use a fan rule on this one. Is this your lowest stat?
Yes.
This is your lowest stat. The first time that any of you players will use your lowest stat to set up a scene, or to set up your turn, the next player to go will gain 1 die of advantage because you are playing against your strengths. This is a fan rule that was developed by Gecko Pirate, who has produced so far the only unofficial but fully put together fan content for Eat the Reich. If you want to take a look on itch.io, it's called Revamped. But this is
Thank you, Gecko.
Thank you, Gecko Pirate.
Gecko Pirate.
So yes, so the next person to go after Iryna will get a die of advantage because Iryna, this is not the kind of thing that Iryna does. Iryna doesn't sneak. Iryna isn't subtle.
No, it's sneaking in the way that an elephant would sneak through a china shop, just moving.
just moving around. It's just you know, it's delicate, it's elegant, it's not.
Yeah, I am
sneaky.
delicately picking my way through the gore and horror. So I'm just rolling at 1d6.
Just a single d6, unless you want to use any of your equipment. Ooh, a 1 on a 1 is not fun. But they only rolled a 2, a 2, and a 4, which means that they have a single success against you. Which you unfortunately you have no successes that you can spend to block or to do anything else in the scene, which means you will take an injury. And I also need to resolve the injury that Flint took that we forgot. Well, I forgot specifically. So if I could have both Flint and Iryna to roll a d6 for me.
5.
4.
5 and a 4. If you look on your character sheet, you will see the injury columns. You will have a 1-2 on the first column, a 3-4 on the second column, and a 5-6 on the third column. Whichever is the first result in that column is the injury that you just took. So keep that into account as you narrate the next scene. But Jess, specifically, what just happened to you as this gunshot made it through?
They've torn my suit, and now I'm angry.
Iryna was hungry. Now it's pissed. Now it's
This is
angry.
Silk. This costs more than anything you have ever seen in your life, and I'm going to rip your throat out next.
I think this officer that kind of like shot at you, you were sneaking, but it was very much of a like, what is she doing? Like, is she trying to be stealthy? She just full Scooby Dooing towards him, and I think he just went, I'm just gonna shoot, and it works, and now he's terrified. Full fear, this is not going. But he still got a shot in. He ruined his suit. And Flint, what was the injury that took place to you?
We're spooked.
We're spooked. Oh no,
We're
Flint is
spooked.
spooked.
Oh,
Okay, we'll keep that in mind for the next one. We're gonna go with next up is Queenie. How does Astrid emerge from the coffin, and what is the first thing she does?
She gets up and she's like, not again. And starts looking around, waving her great spear to try and spear somebody, as she also has very unnatural endurance that she suddenly can withstand a lot of bullets.
It's like full busting out, flexing, just like deflecting bullets with like pecs and just everything bulging in all the right places. So what is your stat that you're using as your base dice pool stat, and then what else are you using on top of that to gain more dice?
I'm using my brawl there along with the great spear.
Okay.
And the unnatural endurance is a special ability that reduces your attack dice by 3.
Okay. Does it say special?
Yes, it does.
Okay. That means that if you roll a 6 on your dice pool, you can activate that ability. That is the cost you need to spend to activate that ability.
Gotcha.
So you gain your base dice pool from Brawl, +1 from your Great Spear and mark a use of the Great Spear, +1 die from Iryna fumbling her sneak.
Ooh, that's right. So I got 5.
5 dice versus my 3.
I got a crit and then 3 successes.
That's a lot of successes. They have a 1, a 2, and a 4, meaning that they can cause an injury unless you want to block it with one of your successes.
Which I will.
You will. Okay. You still have 2 successes and a crit. Would you like to spend the crit to activate the special? Would you like to spend the crit to gain 2 blood? Would you like to spend the crit to decrease the objective by 2? Or would you like to allocate them differently?
I'll spend the crit to activate the special.
Which reduces my attack by
3.
Okay. I think you... How do you take out every single gun in this scene? Because until I gain reinforcements, they cannot attack.
I look them and I'm able to aim them so that they're in a row, and I just throw the great spear and spear all three of them.
They're just lined up.
Yep.
Just one after the other is like it's full. Oh, it's so aesthetic if we all point the gun at the same time and the spear comes through and it just hits through every single gun as it goes through, taking out every single gun. Yeah, that makes sense. Which means you still have 2 successes that you can spend on either reducing the objective to removing the Nazis from the scene. It won't remove them entirely, but we can take them down a little bit, or you can gain 2 blood, like 1 blood per success.
I will gain 2 blood.
Gain 2 blood, mark 2 blood on you. As a tip, try getting as much blood in the early scenes as possible, all of you. I know that is what you were trying to do, but just, yeah, it's useful if you start out with more blood because it will help you activate abilities as you go through. Which also means we are going to Emily and Chuck's emergence from the coffin.
Before I start, I have 2 questions that'll decide how I go about. A, still Nazis? I like those 3
there
questions.
Assume there are always Nazis.
Always Nazis. Okay. Yes. Second question. I have a shoot, but I also have guns, and they have limited uses. Does shooting limit like check that off? If
you want to use the gun to gain a die, you mark a use of the gun. If you're just narratively using the gun without gaining the extra die, so shoot and gun are 2 separate dice pools.
Got it. Cool.
So shoot will give you the base dice pool. Any extra use of the gun will give you an extra die per use.
Last question. Are there things around me that I could use to jerry-rig, let's say, a tripwire?
The answer is yes, and the longer answer is you tell me what it is.
Cool. Okay,
You're in a shopping center which has escalators, and it has the skylight opening up, and then any other detail you can add, and just tell me what it is you're doing.
Okay, I haven't thought that through.
You can ask the others for help.
Cool. We're gonna go. Okay, so Chuck is gonna like very dramatically kick open the lid. It'll go fly careening. And then just like a stretch. Oh, yay. What a good nap that was, eh? Oh gosh, guys. I'm looking forward to this. And then it's gonna like it just hinges at the hips, climbs out, like full I don't know how to describe it, but like hops out and goes, okay. I know what we're going to do here. And then I would like to take all of the potential, I'm sure there's like banners and stuff that have either wire or airplane wire, which is I'm hoping for, other things like that. All the shattered glass, and I'd like to create sort of like a little shattered glass around us with the tripwires all across. Let's say the Nazis had some explosives on them. Who knows?
They might have a grenade. Yeah.
Grenade. One of those gets put onto the tripwire, and then I'm going to put a whole bunch of glass in that mother hecker. Oh, sorry. Mother hecker as well. Yeah. I would like to basically just. Am I allowed to swear?
PG-13.
I would like to heck them up as much as humanly possible.
Very good. My teeth keeps falling out. So, what is your base stat that you're using for the dice pool?
It's fixed. Does that count?
Fix. Yep.
Yeah.
You're absolutely fixing something here. It's not fixing in the sense of making it better. You're just fixing it to making it worse.
Yeah.
And then what else are you doing?
I think that's kind of all I got because everything else costs blood or uses a tool belt, cowboy hat, or revolver. And I don't think I'm nervous about spending expendables yet.
That's very fair. Also, they have no guns right now, so you're good until the end of your turn. Thanks, Astrid.
Yeah.
Yeah, chat. Chat is saying like PG-13 during a Nazi bloodbath. It's not my rules. It's the person who just posted in chat rules. So shush, I guess.
You said they could heckle. They're heckling.
They are heckling.
I actually can't see, so
if there's something Blair knows how to do is heckle. But yes, Emily. So roll your fix for me, and I will roll my 0 dice. Thanks, Astrid.
All right. I grabbed 4 random. Oh my god. I have too many and not enough. There we go.
Just remember, your objective is still 8. None of you have. So I should probably say your objective here is to get out of the shopping center. It is mechanically, yes, you need 8 successes, but what you're trying to do is get out of here.
Ready?
Oh yeah, roll away.
2, 3, 5, 6.
So a 5 and a 6. That is a success and a crit. Versus 0. What would you like to do? Are you decreasing the objective? Are you gaining some blood?
Can I give us one step closer to winning and me also blood?
You can. You can spend the crit to reduce the objective by 2, or you can spend the crit to gain 2 blood. And then the other success is either objective by 1 or 1 blood.
I'm going to be real selfish, take 2 blood, and then put 1 into the group pool.
Absolutely. Decreasing
Sorry,
objective.
guys.
I guess, do you just explode the thing and that starts showing you some ways out of here?
I would say that as I clear the debris, we can kind of see there's like, oh, this looks like a viable pathway.
Yeah.
Because I need the debris for the...
Yeah. You made a path by making more chaos, and now there's people running away. But then you can see which direction people are running away into, so you can follow them and potentially get out of here. I think that is going to be at the end of the round, which means there will be reinforcements. Reinforcements means that I gain an extra die on my attack dice, which means that it now go back to 1 because someone removed all of the attack dice.
Okay.
But otherwise, yes, at the end of every round, if you don't remove the threat, they gain an extra die of attack, which means that I only have 1 die to go with. Also, we're going to go with, we started with Flint. Is the one who is, we're going to start with Iryna, who is currently fumbling and stumbling and trying to figure out why the sneaking isn't working, but is also very pissed off.
Yeah, and I think I'm going to play to my strengths this go, and the one that I have terrified and standing in front of me, I'm just like above their head. Is there any sort of like skylight or display, something that Iryna can shoot down and have them acme squish? I want an acme squish.
We're going to acme squish. How are you acme squishing?
I am going to shoot down something that is going to fall on them. So I'm picturing some sort of just really terrible, like, like art installations that they have, but like ones done by like artists that are not very nice. Those ones.
Yes, we're going to go with that. Okay. So you're using shoot, it sounds like?
Yes.
Are you using any of your equipment mechanically to gain extra dice for this roll?
No, I'm just gonna. I have 3 shoot.
I'm gonna go with 3 shoot. It's gonna be 3 versus 1. Roll your 3.
Use the blue berries. Ooh, yes. 6, 3, and 4.
Adventure Dice has a lot of D6s on sale.
And these are good dice. 6, 3, and a 4.
A 6, 3, and a 4. That is 2 successes versus my 1 success.
Yeah.
Which means this kid who is not this kid, this young adult who has made conscious choices to join the specific faction during a historical event is still shooting at you because he landed the hit the first time. He's just going to keep going. So you can spend 1 of your successes to defend against that hit, or you will take a second injury, or just use it for anything else. You have 2 successes to spend versus 1 success from him.
I'm gonna spend 1 to defend.
Cancel each other out.
Yeah. And then can I spend 1 for blood?
Yes. You can finally just pounce on this one.
Yeah. No, he's done. We've danced too long, and the music has stopped.
I think there's a full fade to black scene as it just Iryna just getting closer and closer and closer, like after shooting this guy down.
I'm not even walking fast. Like it's slow.
There is fear in this soldier's eyes. It's just like shooting and then just empty and clicking and Iryna is still coming forwards. We are going. Ooh. Just making sure that didn't mess lays out. No, okay, we're good. which means you can mark a blood on your sheet. You have 1 blood now. We are going to go next. It's going to be back to Astrid, as your spear returns back to you, as you have flung through, and you can hear Iryna is having a snack up top. What is Astrid doing?
I think Astrid's gonna just put her spear back and look at everybody and just roar and try and scare them to death.
Just go with the terrify. Yeah, absolutely. Do you have anything else you want to add onto your terrify base stat to increase the dice pool?
I'm not really sure that I got anything. What does spirit fetters do?
Entirely up to you. It's giving you a prompt for whatever you can come up with, but it could be the spirits are fettered. You could be fettering the spirits. It could be a before and after. Up to you.
I could see her like using her other soul that's wrapped around hers and calling spirits from the dead that are around to help terrify these Nazis.
There's a full roar, and like just multiple faces just keep appearing behind you, also roaring along with you.
Yes.
Yeah, I like that. You can mark a use of that, and that will give you an extra die. So what is the total dice you're rolling right now?
5.
5 dice versus my single one. That is not a success from me.
That is 2 criticals and a success.
Okay. Sure. You do successfully terrify. Please tell me what happens. Please tell me what it is that you're doing. Are you clearing the objective? Are you gaining more blood? Are you trying to take out this threat entirely?
I'm going to use those 2 criticals and try and clear the objective, and then save the last critical to kill the one that tried to attack me.
Okay. 2 criticals will be 4 points, which will bring the objective down to a 3. And then you're going to use the extra one. Are you trying to attack the threat, or are you trying to gain some blood?
Actually, I'll gain blood.
Gain blood. I mean, it's the same thing. You're still killing the guy.
Yeah.
You're just drinking him instead of just like leaving him to one side.
Yeah.
But yeah, you can add another blood to your blood pool. The objective is currently 3. Astrid Astrid's having fun. Astrid is taking care of a lot of issues here. But Flint, you were a little spooked with your initial interaction with this infantry troop. There's about like a dozen of them showing up. There's a couple of extra have showed up with reinforcements after that. You can see there's a couple more like pouring in from additional entry points to this place. They do now have 2 dice to attack because they rolled no successes, so some reinforcements have come in. What is Flint doing now?
Like a dog backed into the corner. He's ready to pounce, ready to attack. He's gonna try and push and fight his way out through some of these Nazis, literally just full on like
Yeah.
We're going for that.
Yeah.
That's it. We're going hand to hand. We brought claws to a gunfight.
Affectionate. So yeah, roll me your dice. I will roll my 2 current attack dice for
that is 2 6s, a 4, and a 2.
That is 2 crits and a success. They have a single success against you. So you will either take an injury or you can spend one of those successes to block.
I'd like to use a success to block.
Okay. Tell me how you block this attack coming against you.
I'm going to... It's going to be more of a dexterous block. We're going to go in for like a duck and kind of like trip maneuver here. So then we can then turn around and just essentially drain this guy absolutely. Because I'd like to use one of my crits to activate my special.
Yes.
So I go Ravenous while in melee combat to gain 3 blood.
Very good. Very good. Instead of getting 2, that which is what a special would give you, you gain 3 from this one, as you literally suck this guy dry. Just full artery. Just, yeah. It's very tidy.
Yes, no, like no, just kind of we'll use the wing to do a big dramatic like dry off to look over at the next guy.
Anime music playing in the background.
Yes, beautiful. We've got the like shimmer coming from the falling glass, has the reflecting light coming off. It's very spotlight moment. He turns and looks at the next one, but I'd like to use the last crit to clear 2 objective.
Ooh, which brings us down to a single point of objective left.
Yeah, and then we're gonna sprint towards wherever everybody else is gonna start heading out the exit, just kind of.
Okay. I think what it is that you notice as you all start making your way towards the exit, Chuck, you notice an armored car outside waiting for the group. This is a secondary threat in this scene. The threat, their attack is 2. The current attack of the infantry squad is also 2. But because there are 2 of them, they will give each other 1 die. So if you are engaging with one of them, instead of 2 attack, they will have 3 attack. I'll keep track of that. I'll tell you how much they're attacking with. The unfortunate part about the armored car is that they have a challenge of 1. Challenge of 1 means that they will soak the first success that you spend against them if you are trying to attack them. Not if you're trying to defend against them, but if you're trying to attack them directly to remove them from the scene. So, Chuck, it is your turn.
I'm gonna tell the group. I reckon we had a bigger problem coming ahead. And then down yonder. I don't think I can't shoot a car, can I?
You can shoot anything you want. You're Chuck.
Then absolutely. I would like to, best I can, aim for everything if I can. Windows. I don't know if they have bulletproof or the tires, so they can't go nowhere.
It's a steel armored wheeled troop transport. It has a machine gun on the top.
Ugh.
Just giving you that information for free.
Cool. Am I allowed to rip that off?
Sure. If you're successful enough, why not?
I'd love to shoot things and jump.
You know, Astrid has a machine gun. Astrid likes
oh,
machine
yeah.
guns. So
well, maybe she wants it, you know.
Yeah.
In our world, it's share and share alike between vampires.
So what are we using to build our dice pool?
I'm gonna use regular yield shoot. Not that I want to emotionally, but Betsy and Maria can come out today to play because you spooked me out with saying they're harder to hit. Yeah, dude.
Okay, so an extra die for using the guns.
But I have to mark I
use of the guns.
it. So sad they only have so many bullets.
What is your stat for shoot?
3.
So you're currently on 4.
Yeah.
Anything else you want to add?
Can I whip them out of my for an extra dice of super sick Clint Eastwood flavor? Quick draw.
Is that something on your character sheet, or are you just trying to convince me?
I'm trying to convince you. You said up to 18 dice through the power of convincing. And this is aesthetic. You're telling me I can't quick draw? I'm a literal cowboy, baby. Cowboy, baby. And you're like, give me an extra die.
I'm going to set a very dangerous precedent if I say yes right now. We're going to keep this in mind. I'm not going to give it to you right now, but I am going to keep this in mind for later. What I'm saying is it's not working right now, but I respect the hustle and it might work later.
I'm going to look up some Clint Eastwood things and quote them now.
There we go. Yes. Be more specific. Be more specific and more dramatic.
Quickly Down Under's better.
Pardon?
Quickly Down Under's better.
I don't know that reference.
Tom Selleck.
Thank you. Do I still roll 4 die?
You still roll 4 dice.
And Betsy and Maria, they don't get their own die each. They're just 1 die 1.
They just 1 die.
That's so sad.
But I only have a single success from mine.
I have 1 success and it's a crit.
Very good. Would you like to take an injury? Or would you like to block the injury? Unfortunately, you can't split the critical into 2 separate things.
Oh, this is hard.
You could also, as Chuck, you have an item that can do a thing in this
Yeah, but I
particular
had to wear
situation.
these headphones, so I can't wear my hat, and I want to wear the hat in the next round.
Okay.
I mean, I could sacrifice the hat.
Would you like to read out what the hat does?
All right, folks. I have under my equipment, I have cowboy hat. It is bracket mark to ignore an injury or being downed. Hat is then destroyed. What's downed?
Downed is when you take is when I have 3 dice left after you allocate all of your dice and you take 2 injuries and you become a secondary objective for the rest of the group to come and pick you up again before continuing.
I feel like that's more important to avoid than injury.
Potentially.
I'm gonna take the success as a not getting hit.
Okay, I'm just gonna block it off.
I think so.
Yeah. You can also just take an injury. The first injury is entirely flavor.
Flavor injury then, because I still want to do damage.
Go for it. Okay. So what are you doing with the crit? How are you spending the crit? Are you lowering the objective? Are you burrowing into the sky? Are you trying to gain more blood? What is it that you're doing?
I can't divide it, right?
You cannot split it, no.
Oh, that's so annoying. I still want blood. I just want more blood, please.
2 more blood.
Thanks.
2 more blood to you as your I guess you said something about the machine gun. Are you ripping off the people who are operating the machine gun from the car?
Yeah, dude.
Very good.
People, things, all of it destroyed. Thank you so much.
Yep, everything taken down. Roll a d6 for me so we can mark your injury.
That's what I was gonna ask. 2.
2.
Tis but a flesh wound.
There we go. There is some grazing. There are some bullets that are flying past you. There is some damage. You know, if you were alive, it would hurt, but it doesn't.
I just darned this coat yesterday. Now I gotta go sew this shit back up.
Iryna hears something about a coat being donned and being ripped again.
Trigger.
Flashbacks to 2 minutes ago. Okay. At the end of the round, as I said, reinforcements arrive, which means that they increase their attack dice, which means that my infantry squad now has 2 dice to attack, and my armored car has 3 dice to attack. And if you are only on the inside, it will be just with the infantry squad. If you are anywhere between the two, they will give each other 1 die for the situation. But we are going to start with Flint.
Honestly, Flint's gonna continue this murderous rampage that he's going on. Whatever is going to involve flinging and throwing as many Nazis out of the way and drinking as much of their blood as possible to get out the front. That's the goal, and he's genuinely just going to enjoy every second of that. There is a big, huge smile on Flint's face. Still ready to get out. He's not a fan of seeing an armored car on the outside, but that is 3 5s and a 1.
3 5s and a 1. And we're going against the. Are you still inside? Or are you going towards the car? We're going
towards the car as
well.
well.
That is going to be 3 dice from me then. That is no successes. Oh, actually, sorry, it's 4 dice. Still no successes. It does mean that the infantry squad gains an extra die for the next person, but right now you have no successes against you.
Eat what's Nazi scum.
Yeah, I'd like to use 2 of these successes for blood drinking purposes, and then 1 success for the last little objective thingy.
Is everyone good with Flint clearing this scene? Yeah.
Unless people want to drink more blood. If people want to drink more blood, I will use my last one to drink more blood.
Every time I laugh too hard, my teeth fall out.
I have 2 blood. I have 4 blood, so I'm okay if that means more blood is on the future.
I have point 3. Of blood. You can spend 3 blood to heal 1 injury at any point. You can share blood between people at any point. You don't have to look that disgusted, Emily. It's sanitary.
I work in a university, and every first year class spits at each other's mouths, and that's all I can picture is just us.
Ew.
So
Why?
What?
We're gonna move speedily ahead from here. Like I said, mechanically, you can share blood between vampire characters as a free action. You need 3 blood to heal from any injury. But if Flint wants to clear the scene, Flint, how do you make a way out of here while also just rolling around in sacks of blood?
Yeah, we're brawling around in sacks of blood. Literally, like that is the goal, is just making piles to make a nice little hallway barricade for my companions to come walking through. Just Nazi corpses.
Just a little, nice little,
So yeah, just a nice. It's like, yeah, here's your airplane lights.
Yeah. Very good. Iryna and Astrid, as you did not get a turn, would you like to roll just roll me a search roll, both of you, and any success that you get from this you can spend on blood.
6 and a 2.
I got a 5 and a 4.
Okay, 6 and a 2. Iryna, you get 2 blood, and a 5 and a 4. Astrid, you also get 2 blood. Just please tell me how you pick up a snack on the way out of the shopping center.
Astrid just kind of rage sucks a couple. She's still upset.
Iryna gingerly like picks her way through the glass, looks at the shopping center, like blown out windows, sees if there's any like jackets that could replace the one that has been torn. They're all terrible. She just leaves the one that she's got on. And in the process is just grabbing Nazis and just very like almost absent-mindedly sucking them dry as she's looking at terrible, terrible Nazi fashion.
It's just like I know I mean, Victor Hugo who? Not Victor Hugo. Hugo Boss who? Hugo Boss. If anyone ever tells you that, at least the Nazis had fashion sense, no, they didn't.
No.
You can tell them no. Okay. You have cleared your first objective, your first location, as you have found your way, made your way, brawled your way, thanks, Flint, through hordes in armored car that has been taken care of. Unless you would like to commandeer the armored car into the next location. There is no downtime between locations. It is just we choose the next location and you appear at the beginning. I tell you what the description of the situation is, what the objective rating is, and then we keep going through that. What I would like to do, because we are spreading this across 3 episodes, 3 sessions, we'll be spending most of our time in Sector 3 today. We might end the evening on at the beginning of a location in Sector 2, just to give us a bit of a cliffhanger. But we'll be spending it mostly in Sector 3. So other locations that you have from the Grand Magasin Martin is the square, Place de la Sirène, the graveyard, the Hotel L'Étoile, the catacombs, or the Saint Médard Church. Which, of course, you are going to directly by using the car that was just commandeered. Just as Flint is just like pulling Nazis out of the car from the inside, just making them. There may have been reinforced windows. There are no longer reinforced windows on the car.
He's riding on the roof.
We could drive a car through the front of a hotel, is what you're saying.
You absolutely could drive a car through the front of a hotel.
I'm thinking that answers the question a little bit.
I like that. I'm here for it.
In fact, it is a very swish hotel. It's a very swish hotel that caters to the families of visiting dignitaries. One of the last functional grand pianos in Paris takes pride of place in the 6-story bar, which is precisely where the plummeting drop coffins will smash if you choose to drop it at a drop site. But you have already dropped in. You are just driving through now, just passing by, just
My way downtown.
As it did, the chat agrees that driving a truck through a hotel is always the answer.
Absolutely.
You know, my great uncle Molotov has an excellent cocktail recipe I'd love to teach them.
Yes.
Your objective, in fact, suitably enough, is make a suitable entrance. Mechanically, it's a 6, so you need to clear 6 successes to get through. But I feel we're on the right track here. The enemies around here, it's just some Nazi officers having a drink, just hanging around the hotel, which you, I guess, are supposed to impress with your entrance. But Iryna, as you have pitched this, would you like to begin?
Where does everyone want to be on the vehicle, in the vehicle?
Yes, that's a good point. Flint is at the front.
On.
Flint is hanging
Flint
onto
is
the front.
on the like roof of the vehicle.
On the roof, even better.
Yeah,
Ship's captain.
No, we're surfing we got wings for a sail. It's dog.
It was like tongue flapping but backwards.
Yeah, we're having.
I would like to be shotgun, and I would also like to be firing guns.
Right. Okay. Astrid?
I would probably be somewhere so that I could shoot a gun also.
Are you driving Iryna, or you just slam the accelerator and where it goes, it goes?
I mean, Iryna doesn't drive herself many places, but it's not to say she can't drive.
She chooses not to.
Yeah, I think she's just going to be tally-hoing in the driver's seat.
Is the saber out?
Yeah.
The saber's out. You're leading a charge. No one's
yeah.
driving this vehicle. This vehicle crashes into the hotel.
We're in Paris,
entirely...
so that's gonna work. I can have my right hand with the sword out the window.
There we go. So Iryna, how would you like to begin the scene?
I mean, I think like visually, I would love if it could just start inside the hotel, just terrible people talking to each other about terrible things, and just crash, boom, bang, a vehicle just smashes through glass, champagne everywhere, screaming, chaos.
Let's paint the word picture. Let's add there's the there's a bit of music in the background. There's a couple swirling around some glasses. It's a cocktail glasses, but it's beer for some reason. They haven't quite figured out the whole cocktail thing. It's just whatever beer they can get through. And they are just talking about, there's Nazi things. They're talking about stuff and the next country who might take over. Let's see what's happening. And then full armored car crashing in through the front. There was no window, there was no door. There is now also no wall. And what is it that you do at this point after this full slow motion explosion happens as a couple of them topple over as you enter?
I mean, I think Iryna pops out of the car and just asks if anyone's gonna get her a drink, and then just begins hacking at the nearest Nazi with her saber.
I'm full Southern Belle in my brain. I know Iryna is not Southern Belle, but yes, this is very good.
It's funny enough, my Russian will eventually get to below the Mason-Dixon if I use it long enough.
Very good. In that case, let's what's your dice pool?
For my saber, is that brawl or is that
Is it entirely up to you? If you would like to sneak with a saber and you can justify it narratively to me, you gain the die.
Right. You know what? Can I stick with me on this?
Yes.
Can I
No, just yes.
Search with my saber towards the bar? Because I'm going to be looking for Molotov cocktail supplies.
Not this one.
Exactly.
Not this one. Yes.
Maybe like cutting off pieces of suit for again Molotov cocktail supplies, because I'm hitting the bar, killing the bartender, and beginning to make bottled throwing things.
Very good. So yeah, if we want to go with search, you want to add your saber extra die. How much is that?
So I got 2 plus 1, which would be 3.
Anything else you want to add on top to gain extra dice?
What's the challenge rating for this situation?
There is no challenge rating. The objective is 6. Challenge rating would be the buffer for like what
got
soaks it.
Okay. Is this an old building?
It's a very swish hotel. It's Paris.
I'm gonna spend 1 blood and summon Knight's Willing Servants, and a swarm of very fashionable bats are going to appear around me.
Flint, it's your cousins. All of them.
My brothers.
brother. A swarm of bats appears. Iryna is just going through, just like cutting buttons off suits and just the rest of the body that comes with the button behind it. What are you rolling here?
I rolled 3d6s. I got a 6, a 3, and a 1.
Okay, it's going to be 3 dice from me. That is a single 6, a single success. I do not get specials. I do not get criticals. The GM never rolls a crit.
Okay.
So it's a single success.
Awesome. So I will probably I have a special that it's Deadeye shot though, so I have to use that with the gun.
You can pull out the gun right now.
Okay. I can reduce the threat attack rating by 1 if I
Yeah. That will mean that they will be rolling 2 dice going forwards. The 6 still apply. Like the success that I rolled still applies.
Okay.
It's just you have reduced the attack rating going forward until they gain reinforcements.
Awesome. And so if I crit, I can use the special, and can I block that damage or no?
If you spend the 6 on a special, that's what you've spent it on.
Okay, I'm gonna do that.
So you need to use any other successes to do everything else.
And 3 is not a success.
3 is not a success.
No. Okay. So I'm gonna reduce the attack rating by 1.
Okay.
And take the injury.
You're gonna take the injury. Roll a d6 for me.
4.
A 4.
Yeah.
On your column, on your 3-4, is that your second one on that same
Second
column?
injury.
Now? Second injury. What is your second injury?
Abdominal puncture.
Ooh. What does it look like as Iryna is just using saber and then just like, just takes the gun out and just shoots one in the head and then keeps going? What does it look like as you take an injury back?
She kind of is hit, looks down, looks up at the person who got her, and just like, are you kidding? Are you kidding?
The suit here and now also here?
Just very upset for all of the wrong reasons.
Does it hurt? We don't know. The suit is ruined. That's the issue here.
So with this injury, it says I can't use the plus dice. So that's for my equipment.
Any ability that has brackets that has plus inside it, you do not gain those extra pluses.
Okay.
You can still use equipment. It'll still give you an extra dice. If there's any extra pluses outside of that, which are within brackets, you don't gain those extra ones.
Oh, so I would get a plus and a dice for the willing. Okay, I'm gonna get this eventually.
No, I'm good. Do you want to recap the full dice pool? You're using search, which is 2. Yep. Plus your saber, which is 1. And then your bats, which is an extra 1. And then how many pluses in the brackets?
There's 1 plus in the brackets of the bats.
You were rolling 4 dice on this one.
I did not roll 4 dice. I rolled 3 dice.
Roll the extra dice you need to roll 4 dice.
That is a 3.
It's a 3. Doesn't make a difference in this case, but yes. Anytime you fulfill the conditions in brackets, you gain extra dice equal to the number of pluses within those brackets.
Got it. Okay.
So each piece of equipment or ability gives you 1 extra die, plus anything that comes from those brackets. But because you are now injured, you can no longer, from this point until you heal that injury, use those extra pluses.
Gotcha. Okay.
I think narratively, it makes sense if Flint, who was riding on the roof as the car smashed in and multiple bats, Gucci bats, as the chat suggested, they are very bats and tuxes, just roaming through. Flint, How are we jumping off the roof, and what are we doing?
We are indeed jumping off the roof. And doing the same thing that we are probably going to do every time and eat some Nazis.
No way.
No way.
Shocker.
Yeah, no, it's wild. It's a really cool though. Like we are full on just like run jumping off of it. We'll do a little aerial flip or something just to really add some style points in there. Land 10-10 full on pose around, knock some
of the tiny bats that Iryna summoned just like hold up tiny cards that just say 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10. It's like 10 of them.
Flint is a little jealous that he's never going to be as fashionable as these Gucci bats. Iryna's tried. Tuxes just don't fit over the wings, and the claws just ties. No. But yeah, he's just immediately going to help clear the way for Iryna. Make sure that she can get that nice smooth path right there to the bar.
What are we rolling for it?
We're gonna continue brawling. We're gonna brawl some more, and really
Chad is suggesting yes. It's full parkour.
It is full parkour. We'll hopefully be dodging lots of bullets / backs of guns, whatever. Oh God.
Okay, so Iryna, you've reduced the attack rating by 1, which means I only have 2 dice to roll over here. It's a single success.
Well, that's a whole single more success than me.
Oh no! Okay, it is time to introduce a mechanic, which is the flashback mechanic. And I am going to find the page. I realize I'm moving away from the mic there. When you fail, you can do the thing which I have lost the page for. Okay, sector 3, being not stand, tone of the game, mission structure. Here we go. Once per section, when you roll 2 successes or fewer, you can trigger a flashback to spur yourself on to victory. Roll on the flashback table to define a question or choose one that appeals. Answer it by describing a brief scene that happened on a past Fang mission. The other players can help. Where the table states character, randomly determine or choose a player character from the ones present at session. When your flashback is over, add 2 dice to your pool and roll all of your dice again. The second result stands. Roll a d6 for me, Urvy.
Gosh, let's pick a different d6. A 3.
A 3. The context of the flashback is that you were assassinating a Nazi general at the opera. Roll another 6 for me.
Ooh, let Flint go to an opera. That's a 6.
That's a 6. You won't let one of the other characters see you fail like this. What do they most respect about you? So choose one of the other characters and tell me, what do they most respect about you, and why won't you let them see you fail?
I'd like to piggyback off of Astrid's bad butt move earlier, with the whole spear thing. Flint respects Astrid's tenacity. And it reminds him of some of the bats he grew up with that he no longer gets to associate with anymore, for various reasons, very well known. And so therefore he feels like in order to better honor his cave and his family and to embody the spirit that Astrid brings to the Fang organization, he can't get hurt. He's got to beat up all the Nazis and eat them all.
So how did that particular opera assassination go?
We were successful. There may or may not have been a broken chandelier here and there. People may or may not have left the opera house absolutely screaming. But the general was killed, and that was the assignment. We left in a 2-2. It was just a necessity.
Yes, yes. As the flashback fades away, you can add 2 dice to the same dice pool that you just rolled and re-roll all of them again.
Okay. 2 6s, a 3, a 5, and 2 1s.
Okay, that's 2 crits and a success versus, again, a single success.
We'll take it. Heck yeah.
Would you like to spend the success to block their attack?
Yes.
And then that leaves you 2 crits.
That's a whole lot of blood right there.
That's a whole lot of blood.
That's a whole lot of blood.
You can get 2 blood just by each of them, or you can activate your special and gain 3 blood from one of them.
Yes. We're gonna activate the special. Use the 3 blood. Absolutely, just body after body after body.
Iryna's picking them out for you. Iryna's searching through with the cavalry sable, and just as soon as she's done with that, you just move up and just drink them out.
Does that mean they get 5?
If they do a special and use the other crit to also gain blood, they gain 5 total, yes.
Yes, absolutely. That is exactly what we would like to do. I would like to ask how removing injuries worked in this whole.
Spend 3 blood if you have it, and we can remove. You start from the lowest injury moving up. So cool. Sorry, like the most severe injury moving up.
I would like to spend that 3 blood that I definitely have at this point. So yeah, no, as we're like drinking blood and we're getting back into the groove, we finally got some fresh air from that car ride over here. We're not spooked anymore. We're just hungry and mean and feral.
So making sure you keep track of your bloods just because you can share it with other people.
Yes.
And that is 5 blood from you. We're gonna go to Chuck. And then we'll come to Astrid.
So in the quiet chat, me and Flint had a little plan. If Flint is okay with me activating it now. Great. So I step out of the car. Flint has a little snack. Yum, 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 yum. Flint and
It's not little. It's not by any means.
Snack.
It's just, it's full. Just, it's a meal. Yeah.
I mean, we're going to have more to eat. We got to, I'm going to
appetizer.
I'm going to retcon and say we have a whole handshake going on, like pow, 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 pow. Woo. And then that's my sign that you consent. I'm going to grab you by the ankles. We're going to swing Flynn around a couple times. And then on the upper balcony area, I would like to huck Flint into the hordes of running away Nazis.
Bat Bowl special.
Yeah.
Let's go. What's the stat that you're using? What is the
Brawl. I'm gonna use Brawl. That's my 3 stat.
That's your 3, yeah. What else are we adding on to it to increase the number of dice? Again, they are using 3 dice to attack. For anyone trying to follow from this at home, there are 2 threats right now. It's 2 sets of officers having a drink. They each have 2 dice to attack with, meaning that if they are both engaged at the same time, it is the highest number plus 1 for each extra threat attacking. So they currently have 3 dice attacking. Because one was reduced by Iryna.
Do I not get like a little advantage using a second player? 4 fangs are better than 2?
You know what? I said no earlier. I'm going to say yes now.
This is a little one. This is so small.
It's a little one. It's just a single die of advantage because you are indeed throwing the ravenous dog bat covered in blood that has drank through 10 Nazis right now. Yeah, you can get the advantage from this.
Yeah, we're friends. What's 1 die between friends? Sorry, it's just a great mental picture.
We just broke Emily.
Bye. So 4.
Thank you, Jesse, for acknowledging the Bat Bowl special. I was hoping someone would get the reference. It's an X-Men thing.
Thank you. 4.
4 dice.
Okay,
Single success.
One success.
Same here.
But
Mm-hmm.
I decided to read for real and activate my critical thinking brain. And it says one of my abilities is Corpse Eater. So before I huck my die out of this little dice tray, I gain 1 blood if any of the die are 1, and I have 1/1.
Okay.
So does that mean I get 1 blood?
You gain 1 blood for that number 1. Would you like to describe to me how it is that you are coming in possession of a corpse to snack on while throwing Flint across the room?
I'm gonna say that Flint probably has a little bit of like a snack already ready to go. Like they have an arm or a leg that they have, and as I pick them up, we kind of like pass it. So as I huck it, they pass it, and we sort of like I get their snack. It's nice little seconds for me, because it's hard for them to fight with both hands and claws. If they have their hands and claws,
you're just helping.
It's just convenient.
Yeah. Okay, so they do have a success against you. Are you trying to block against that one? You're going to take the injury? Are you going to use that other success to lower the objective? What are we doing?
I'm just going to block because I'm a little spiced out about getting hurt again.
Very fair, but you do gain 1 blood. Okay, which brings us to Astrid. As everyone has left the vehicle and is now inside the hotel in one way or the other, what is Astrid doing?
She's going to get out and seeing that all the Nazis around and the enclosed space, she's going to reach into her pocket and grab out a fragmentation grenade and just throw it as far as she can. And get as many as she can get with this grenade.
Yes, I'm pretty sure you can get quite a few.
And throwing it as far as I am, I'm trying to do more strength for brawl.
Yeah, we can use a brawl to begin with, and then we're going to use a fragmentation grenade. It is an enclosed space. You get an extra 2 dice. So that will be, what's your brawl?
3.
3 for brawl.
So that's
1 for the grenade, plus an extra 2. That's 6 dice.
Right.
Yep.
That's 2 successes.
That's a single success from them.
As 2 critical successes, actually.
2 crits. Very nice. There is a single success coming this way, which means that you could take the injury and just use your crits to do everything else that you want to do.
Yes, that's what I plan to do.
Very well. Tell me what's happening.
I'm going to use one of my critical successes to gain 2 blood, and then the other one to work on the objective.
Very good. Very nice. Reducing the objective down to a 4. And you're going to get 2 blood, and roll a d6 for me and see what injury you take as a result.
I am now limping.
You are now limping.
I rolled a 6. Yep.
Very good. I mean, not very good, but...
And it's adventure dice fault because I'm using my adventure die.
Adventure dice do not guarantee good rolls. They guarantee good stories. That is an adventure dice guarantee. Which means, end of the round, reinforcements are going to pour in, and they are going to add again. So one of these groups now has 3 attack dice. One of these groups has 2 attack dice, meaning that if you engage both of them at the same time, they will be rolling, 4 dice to attack. You can take down a threat by attacking them directly. So by allocating one of your successes against them, just letting you know that they are a threat of 4. So you have to spend 4 successes against them to remove them entirely from the scene.
Since I did roll crit, can I use my unnatural endurance and reduce your attack die by 3?
You would have to choose to use that instead of one of the other things that you did.
Oh, okay. Never mind.
So if you spend it on a special, you don't spend it on something else.
Gotcha.
Which means, yes. So yes, if you want to take down these 2 groups, they are 4 successes each. Their threat is 4 each. They are currently attacking with 2 dice and with 3 dice, respectively. So, I mean, you are making a suitable entrance. You have 4 points left to clear the scene, but we are going to go. I think we're going to continue with Flint, who is currently parkouring his way, or their way, or its way. You know, Flint. Flint responds to. We'll come over. Echolocation in reverse. Flint, what are we doing?
So Flint, who has just been flung up to the balcony, is going to, from the balcony, proceed to just throw Nazis over the edge, down to his companions, hoping for a big splatter. And then would like to jump off the balcony down into all of the things he has thrown down and the ones that are down there and try to eat and attack.
Is this the balcony with the fully functional grand piano?
Yes.
There is a balcony with a fully functional grand piano.
Well, in that case, if there's a balcony with a fully functioning grand piano, we are going to use said fully functioning grand piano to slam some Nazi heads into it with the top part. After flinging some Nazis off the balcony. It makes a different note
every time it hits.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's actually going to be the song of the Bat People. It's our national anthem. And then said.
Oh, sorry.
Grand piano gets literally just tossed off the balcony as well by the end of it. We'll be spending a blood to do this.
Please tell me what the base stat and how the rest of the dice pool is being built.
So we are going to be brawling. We are going to be spending a blood to huck the piano down below. I would like to spend an additional blood to fly down after the piano, jumping off and get some aerial combat in, maybe even like bringing a Nazi with me to like rip into pieces. You maybe use this moment to like share some. What's put me at 2, then put me down 1 there for aerial combat. Yeah, and then I'm gonna throw with one of my Nazi buddies. I'm taking all my blood right now. I'm sorry. Some of my own, like, however we want to thematically, aesthetically share blood to my buddy Chuck.
I mean, it sounds to me like you're just
we're snacking.
Spraying it. You're just sort of flinging it outwards and hoping someone will receive on the other end.
That way we can heal up an injury over there. So I know we had mentioned being worried about that. I've counted my blood. But building is 4 brawl. And then I get a plus for improvised projectile and a plus for aerial combat.
Yes. How many is those?
That is 6.
That is 6 dice.
I can count.
I also would like you to somehow work into your description as we resolve this, squishing like a Capri Sun, which was a great suggestion from Jess.
Yes. I got you. As long as... Okay. That is 4 successes.
That is 1 success.
Beautiful. I would like to use 3 of these successes to drink blood. I'm gonna that's just what I do.
I feel there's a pattern forming here for Flint. Flint gets into the middle of stuff, kicks some things around, and then drinks blood out of it.
Is that not what vampire bats are supposed to do?
That was not judgmental. That was just recognizing a pattern.
And as he like lands dramatically on the piano, having, literally in midair is when we're doing this, sucking them dry like a Capri Sun. It's just a like wringing them because you gotta.
You need to get the corners. You need to squeeze the corners out.
Yeah, like rolling from the feet up to the neck. We'll land back on the piano, get a last little chord in, and then just kind of look around at everyone. Flint is very pleased with himself. but knows that it can do better. But I'd like to use my last success on the objective.
Very
'cause
good.
he feels
Bringing down the
very
objective down to a 3.
proud.
Pretty magnificent, I have to say. We're going to see for the chat. The current record of people playing with me this game has been of rolling 18d6 in a single roll. There has been an internal challenge that has been set entirely by the players upon themselves to roll higher than that. So we're slowly building up to that point. Okay. Which will bring us, and so we just had, actually Chuck was just aided by Flint being showering down some blood over. So Chuck, if you'd like to take the scene.
Amazing. So on a scale from, can you describe the scene for me one more time, just so I know like where adversaries are?
Flint set the scene for us. There's a smashed piano.
Yep.
There is dead Nazis.
Yep.
There is a car that has smashed through a wall. Iryna is still making her way towards the bar. It's probably behind the bar at this point, shaking some spirits together and knocking some heads together. Everything else, every other detail, you can entirely make.
Great. Because what I would love to do is use this piano and take the strings out and use them as
garrote.
Pardon?
Garrote.
Garrote.
So, you're choking, right?
Yeah.
Garrote.
Yeah.
Garrote. That word.
We're gonna garrote them. Yeah. We're gonna do some strangling.
But like bonus points for all of us if I can kind of make a long one and get like a bunch in one.
Yeah.
And then because I know how physics works, I'm gonna take a piece of that piano. And I'm going to tie the string around it, and so I'm going to tighten with the piano as leverage so that I can get extra shink. And then I would love, please, if so much their heads could come off.
We're going to see how many successes you get, but yes, I feel like they probably would.
Yeah, it's thin wire. It's designed for pianos.
Yeah.
I'm using leverage. There's a fulcrum involved.
The dice still need to tell the story.
Well, then can I jerry rig?
It sounds like you're jerry rigging.
So I'm going to use my tool belt.
Okay.
Which adds the die.
Yes.
Plus to jerry rigging, and I'm using
That's 2 dice. One from the tool belt and one from the jerry rigging.
Then I'm going to add 2 dice to my base of 4, which is fits.
Okay.
Yeah, everything else, my spider scurry doesn't work here. My acid spit doesn't work here. I have it advanced. I think that's all I got.
Very good. I mean, if you roll a 1, you still gain extra blood.
Which is all I want in life. More blood. Some of us are thirsty. We've been out in the plains working hard.
Okay. They're gonna be rolling the 4 dice. That is 2 successes.
So I'm trying to roll 1 of each. Wait. 6, yeah. Well, butts. I got no successes and 2 1s.
Would we like to go into a flashback or what?
Yeah.
Yeah. Want to do a flashback? You want to do a flashback? Roll a d6 for me.
Roll a d6.
But you get 1 per session.
Does that mean I get 3 total?
You will get 3 total, but 1 per session, yes.
So you want me to roll a d6?
Roll a d6.
6.
You were sabotaging a field gun with improvised explosives in this scene.
Yes, I am.
Roll a second
I
d6.
am. Another one?
Yes.
5.
You won't let one of the other characters see you fail like this. What do you respect the most about them? So choose a player or choose a character. While sabotaging a
Can I get your guys' characters' names again? Because I can just see your regular names and my notes.
We have Iryna, we have Flint, we have Astrid,
Astrid.
and Chuck.
That's hard. I mean, like, I feel like I have a kinship with our friend Flint. Just because, we're both a little bit rougher around the edges. I know we have our beastie and we got our pretty, but I feel like we're a little bit more on the edge of society, And so, yeah, I want Flint to like me.
So in the context of this flashback where you were sabotaging this gun with improvised explosives, what happened and what gives you those 2 extra dice right now? What strength do you derive from this memory?
Well, what's really fun and exciting is that my character Chuck is by nature just a hands-on kind of guy. Where, like, if it's broken, he can fix it. He's there for you. He's a handyman extraordinaire. Just really a man of the earth, right? And so as we're in, like, elbows deep into this machine that we're destroying,
I fully thought you were about to say elbows deep into this person that you're drinking, but yeah.
I'm polite. I was told PG-13. Elbows deep into this machine that I'm destroying. It's the first time I've encountered this machine before. I'm a little frustrated. And then I can hear some echolocation in the background, and I go, hey, you know what? I too should have I need to think of this in a different light. I'm stuck on my myopic perspective. So I use the power of, I assume we also can echolocate of some sort. I just, like, scream at the machine, just in frustration. I listen to the bounce back, and I go, oh, and I find the screw I couldn't see, and I just go beep, 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 boom, and then the whole thing kind of just shifts and then crumbles into my hands. So I learned that there's always a new perspective on everything. And I think that what I just need right now is a little bit of a new perspective.
Yeah. Get the extra 2 dice, so roll 8 dice, and let's see what happens. That's it. I have 2 successes on this side.
3, 4, 5, 6.
Just fully imagining Chuck just, like, going up and just, like, garroting, putting everyone together, putting the little piece of piano just starting to twist, and then just, like, screaming at this group of Nazis that are currently being tied together. And just like, yeah, this'll work.
Not terrible. Okay. Oh, I bumped that. But I know what that was. Okay, I got 2 successes. I got a 6 and a 5. And then I got 2, 2, 4, 3, 2, 1.
So you get a 1, so you get some blood.
1 blood, and then 2 successes. One of them is
very good. 2 successes, of which one is a crit. Would you like to use the crit to defend against both of these attacks? It's going to make no difference if you take 1 or 2 from me. Like, if I have 1 or 2 dice, it'll still give you 1 injury.
Yeah, I'll take an injury, and then I would like to put 1 towards group success.
Okay. You don't have to take an injury sorry. I have 2 dice that are currently doing damage to you.
Yeah.
You can block 1 and it'll make no difference. So you can either block 2 or you don't block either. If you don't block, you will take 1 injury no matter what. So you can, if you are okay with taking an injury, you can ignore that and spend that success in something else. If not, you have to spend the 6 to not take an injury.
Both 6 and a 5. Okay, so sorry, I'm because crit is 2 and regular is 1. So in my brain, I have 3 successes and you have 2 successes.
Yep.
So how is that working? Can I not use my crit to double defend?
You would need to defend against both of my successes to not take an injury.
So can I use my crit for that?
You can use your crit to block against my attacks, and then spend the other one on the group.
That's what I'd like to do.
Yep, that's good.
And I took my blood.
If I have 1 or 2 dice, it's an injury to you. If I have 3 or more, you take 2 injuries and you're downed. So blocking against just 1 die, leaving me with 1 die, you would still take an injury. So yeah, you would have to spend 2 successes to defend against this one. Okay. It'll make more sense for the first time it happens. You'll see it happen. Okay. It'll be horrifying.
But I'm fine. I'm cool. I blocked. I maybe decapitated some friends.
You got some blood. There's some blood splashing. Just reinvigorating. But the objective for the scene is currently down to 2. we are going to go to Astrid, and then we're going to end the round with Iryna.
Okay. I'm going to pull out my machine gun now.
Yes.
I know
It's like, oh, I am
everybody's waiting for
spiritual,
it.
and I hunt, and I have the spear and the spirits, and here's the machine gun.
Yeah. And I'm going to just start spraying the whole area with bullets with my machine gun. And I'm going to use just my shoot ability and the machine gun. Would there be enemies in cover?
There's probably, I think Flint has smashed a piano against some of them, so there's probably some hiding behind the piano. Not intentionally, mind you, but they are hiding behind the piano. There's probably a couple behind the bar that Iryna was trying to deal with. So there's definitely some enemies in cover here, yeah.
Okay, so that's another plus. That's 4. That's what it's looking like for me.
Okay.
This round. So,
anything else you want to add on to it?
I can't think of anything now.
That's good. Roll your 4 dice.
I have 2 successes and a crit.
Oh, you have a single success again.
Well, I'm going to use one of my successes to block yours, obviously.
Very good.
And I'm going to use the other success to work on the group's success.
Mm-hmm.
And the crit I'm going to use on my unnatural endurance and reduce your attack dice by 3.
By 3. Okay. So right now, one group has no attack dice, and the other group has 2 attack dice, which means that even if they are working together, they only gain no more. They can not get more than 3 going forward until reinforcements arrive at the end of the round. But yeah, very good. Astrid there's just a hailstorm of bullets coming through the hotel room, the hotel bar. And the lobby, and just the giant open plan space that you have now created between the 4 of you. But Iryna, behind the bar, what are we doing?
So bullets just like flying, bottles exploding. Could care less. She is making Molotov cocktails, just shoving bits of brown shirts into bottles, and as I think that anyone who is trying to stop her or intercept her, she is just like preternaturally angry and like almost glowing with an incandescent rage, and is terrifying, and I will use the terrify to do that. Also, so okay. Yeah, terrify. I want to terrify. Do my bats do anything?
Do you bats do anything? The bats have followed you. If you want to use them mechanically, you would have to reactivate it.
They're just swarming about me.
Yeah.
Okay. Adding to the vibe. Also, just again staring down one particular. Just she picks one, just the one who looks the scaredest, stares them down, and just
it's not narrowing it down, but yes.
Without breaking any sort of eye contact, just reaches into her pocket and pulls out one of her cigarettes that she has taken from some other dead Nazi whose name will be forgotten by history. And just again making Molotov cocktails, lighting the cigarette, just staring down.
So that one gives you 2 blood.
Yep.
Mark 1 use. And what's your dice pool like?
So that would be just like straight 3. Because I don't have any pluses anymore until I heal.
Do you have enough blood to heal?
I do have enough blood to heal. Can I heal and attack in the same round?
I'm going to say yes.
Cool. Okay, so in that case, I will be doing 4 because of old buildings, as we have established.
It is an old building.
Okay. Here. Ooh, 2 6s, a 1 and a 3.
6s, a 1 and a 3 versus these ones is a single success.
Awesome. I do. Okay, so I will block the one success there, so don't take any injuries. What's the attack rating at?
Their current attack rating. The other one is 0, and this one is 2.
It's 1 now.
It's 1 now. Very good. They are going to be getting reinforcements at the end of this round, which is going to be at the end of your turn. But it's currently starting from 1 and 0. So it'll go to 2 and 1 at the end of the round. That is your second 6. So the first one is to block, and the second one is to reduce the attack rating, correct?
Yes.
Very good. Very good. As we are still building up this, your current objective rating is 1. You are this close to making the final suitable entrance in the thing. So I guess whoever goes next has a chance of clearing the scene. If anyone would like to volunteer to clear the scene, you are welcome to. Also, it does still depend on the dice. But at the end of the round, as I said, the groups, they will regain 1 die each, which will give us 1 and 1. 1 die for one and 2 dice for the other group.
Just for like flavor, so, and maybe to set up whoever ends up going, Iryna smokes her cigarette almost to the end, but then just lays it on another bit of Nazi uniform that's leading right up to my nice little bar of Molotov cocktails. Do with that what you will.
Just double checking I wasn't getting the reinforcements wrong. Nope, that's correct. None of you have reduced the threat rating yet. You've only reduced the attack rating. Okay. Let's clear this scene and take a quick break. And I will. Who's gonna try rolling this final success that we need to clear it?
If no one wants to hop on it, I mean, Flint's always down to knock
Flint's
around a few more
already.
Nazis. Yeah, so chomping at the bit.
The bit is a Nazi.
The bit is a Nazi. So we've really been enjoying this whole flying concept. After dropping down in a coffin, having wings all degoulified, he's remembering how great they are. So we're gonna do some, like, use the piano as like a ramp to do a nice little aerial takeoff there.
Use the piano. Use whatever is left of the piano as a ramp. Yes.
Yeah, maybe like the wood, the way it crashed down just right. We've got that nice little crack
it definitely
there.
lodged itself in a ramp formation. Yes.
Right. It's definitely one of those, we should always be very careful around the cracks of these pianos, as should the Nazis. But use that nice little ramp there. We'll also, for the hex of it, I imagine with this being a hotel lobby, there's probably a variety of furniture, couches, nice little plush chairs, things of that sort. So
not for long by the sounds of it.
No, not for long at all by the sounds of it. But we're going to also grab just various furniture. I like the idea of a couch, nice long lounge couch. Taking that with us to Huck from. We're gonna get really with this. Here we go. I'd like to use the grappling hook to help with my flying maneuver. So we're running up the ramp, grabbing the nearest couch with one winged arm, hucking it under us with the grappling hook to shoot up to help get the full momentum for this flying. We're going full like not sumo wrestling, WrestleMania chair from the top rope type deal, but it's couch from the top balcony.
Andrea, please tip that.
So couch from the top balcony, wings out, coming down, ready to just land it all right on top of as many Nazis as we possibly can.
Did they get an extra dice for making you laugh?
I'm going to start detracting dice from you, Emily. Okay, so give me your dice pool.
Okay.
Flint.
So that is going to be 4 for the original brawl.
Mm-hmm.
There is 2 from the grappling hook because it has +2 for 3 or more stories.
So that is 1 from the grappling hook plus
Okay.
2 from the 3 of me stories. So that's 3 from the grappling hook.
Okay, so that's 3 from the grappling.
We start with 7.
And then I have my improvised projectile and my aerial combat. So that's 9.
Would you say the improvised projectile is also aerodynamic?
Yeah.
That's 2 from your projectile.
Since we're going up, yeah. So that will bring us
2
up to
from
10.
your projectile. That's 9 plus your aerial combat, and your wings does also give you another one. That is currently 11.
Well, there you go. So
come on,
we're
Flint.
we're gonna
Come on, Flint.
now if none of these
Blair, we're getting close.
Session 1. Session 1. Let's do it.
We have 2 successes from this side.
We have 3 successes and a crit.
Very good.
So we're gonna use the crit to negate the 2 successes.
Yes, very good.
We'll use one of the thingies to negate. Actually, false. Scratch that. I want to use my crit for my special. I want my 3 blood.
Get your 3 blood. Very good.
And then I will use I'll use 2 of the regular successes to help negate the thingy, and then we can use the last success for the objective.
Very good.
It all maxed out.
We said just full launching upwards, grappling hook, couch coming up behind Flint, and then overtaking Flint as it just slams into a number of bodies as they just slam back into Flint's face, who just as they come by, getting through. 3 blood restored. You have made both a successful entrance and I feel like a successful exit, just following behind Flint, who is now heading upwards directly out of the skyline. Iryna, I imagine everything is on fire as you leave the place as well. Probably. How does everyone leave this room? Just give me a quick snippet as we leave the hotel and move to our next location, and we go into a quick break. What is we know how Flint is just like woohoo, it's full goofy flying out of the. Yes, thank you. Chuck?
Could I just not spend the blood and do a spider scurry?
Oh, this is just narrative, just like narrative epilogue to the scene. Yes.
Just to stick with canon fodder, I would like to spider scurry, which is just skitter like a creep all the way up.
Yep. And just Chuck just like starts walking and then just keeps walking sideways, going upwards and just leaving the hotel. What about Astrid?
Spider-Man.
Astrid, seeing the others headed out, starts just running along and keeping track of Flint with her she's got a skill here. Blood hunt.
Yeah.
She's able to follow the blood that he's drinking.
Can't see him, can still follow him. Yep. Very good. And Iryna?
She just gives one of those little and like her bats kind of surround her and lift her out of the skylight after
full floating upwards. Full Magneto and X-Men 2.
The fashion bats.
Yeah.
Very good. Okay. We are going to take a quick break. Before we go into a break, we are going to chat. If you would like to win a digital copy of Eat the Reich provided by Rowan, Rook and Decard, this is obviously not a digital copy. This is a physical copy, but it is. They're running out of stock. They're going into reprint. They are going to be reprinted, and they're going to be back in your filthy, grubby little mitts soon enough. But if you would like a digital copy in the meantime, offered by Rowan, Rook and Decard, please just write the word blood in all caps in the chat. And by the time you get back, I will just tally them up, and then I will roll a die, and you will be contacted, and I'll put you in touch with the people that will get you that digital copy ASAP. There will be 1 copy on offer for each of our sessions, so there will be 3 copies in total. But yes, just write the word blood in all caps in the chat, And yeah, if we would like to transition into our break screen, tech, disembodied tech voices behind the world, just let us know when we are offline. Yes, 1 entry per person, multiple entries will get you disqualified. And we are back. Hello. If you're just tuning in, you probably saw the chat just writing the word blood over and over again. It's not a cult thing. It can be. We are playing Eat the Reich by Rowan, Rook and Decard. We are playing through the first session of 3. It's going to be running the next 2 Tuesdays, so October 22nd and October 29th. We are probably going to be running for another hour from here. It is a game of killing as many Nazis as you can by convincing the GM that you deserve more dice to do so. The final objective of the game is to go and find Hitler, who is currently in his Zeppelin at the top of the Eiffel Tower. Of course. We are currently, our players have just emerged, made a bit of a splash entering a hotel and then just emerged out of the hotel very swiftly, followed by bats, explosions, and a lot of corpses. And in chat, we have had, I'm going to roll a die, I'm going to see, unfaltering silence. Congratulations on winning a digital copy of Eat the Reich. I will get in touch with you. You can get in touch with us. I will find a way through Twitch to get in touch with you actually directly after this is done. And we'll get you that digital copy as soon as we can. I was reminded during the break that it is a good point. If you are enjoying this, if you would like to see more of this, please feel free to subscribe to the Twitch channel. We will be doing more Spotlight games on the Adventure Dice catalog. We have probably some ninth level games coming up, perhaps some Delta Green, some Fabula Ultima, are some of the titles that we have been mentioning so far. So we'll see how it goes. If there's anything that you would like to see, let us know. If there's anything that you know from the Adventure Dice catalog that you would like to see played, or if there's anything that Adventure Dice does not carry yet that you would like to see us carry, as long as it's an independent role-playing game, we are open to all options. What we're going to do at this point is to move right back into the next location in Sector 3 of Paris. And I'm going to give our vampires here a little bit of a choice between the Church of Saint-Médard, the Graveyard, or the Catacombs. Where would we like to go from here?
Feeling a little sacrilege, personally.
I would agree with that.
So church it is, I guess.
Is that graveyard or church? Like you're gonna have to give me a little bit more here, because.
All right, I would like you to pull a Hosier and take us to church.
Ooh, let's take you to church. We are going to head in that case towards. I'm Irish. Towards the Saint Médard Church. Saint Médard Church is Paris, as we know, is lousy with churches. This is one of the more impressive examples of the form, with well-maintained stained glass windows. Please note details here. Stained glass windows, oak pews, and a grand central altarpiece. It's empty when you arrive, or becomes very empty very quickly if it wasn't as you first arrive. But Nazi troops soon show up and start shooting the place apart. Luckily, the old folk stories about vampires fearing holy symbols or sacred grounds are just religious propaganda. The player characters suffer no ill effects upon entry. Your objective here is to punch a hole in the attacking line and get right back out of the church. Mechanically, it's a clearance level of 8. And you currently have 2 infantry squads facing off against you, and you think you spot a sniper team in a building nearby. Who would like to go first?
Shrek would like to kill the snipers before they can kill us.
Astrid would too.
The objective says 8. And Sniper team. And 2 infantry squads. Very good. Okay. So Chuck and Astrid, between the two of you, who would like to go first and head for the sniper team?
I was gonna shoot him, but you have a machine gun, so up to you.
Chuck was just gonna like take one out and then just try for the next one, and then try for the next one.
I
Or you could just spray them with bullets.
I was gonna snipe, but why be subtle in this environment?
I know vampires who use subtlety and they are cowards. Yeah, Astrid, let's start with you.
Okay. Obviously, I look up and start just spraying the snipers with machine guns because
Just to clarify,
volume.
you are still inside the church, so you are probably smashing through a window and just aiming for
Oh,
this
yeah.
other building from where the
Yes.
snipers are coming from. Yes.
I got the good details of the stained glass windows, and that's the first thing I am shooting out.
Excellent. Good. Good. I'm glad. Let's take down some churches. Some churches? Yes, I guess some churches too. Take down some windows. Okay, so we're using I'm guessing a shoot to begin with. Adding on a use of your machine gun, so you can mark that one off. Anything else you're adding onto this?
Wouldn't they be technically, if they're sniper, in cover?
Oh, definitely in cover. They are snipers. They're on a different building. They are definitely in cover. You get an extra plus from that one. So you're going with a 2 + 1 is 3 + 1 is a 4 dice to begin with. Anything else?
I would like to spend blood to use my blood hunt and use my sense of smell to track where they are more accurately.
I mean, not like you're aiming more accurately, but you can definitely see where they are when you hit them with the spray of bullets. Yes, of course. That is an extra die. So we're looking at 4. It's 5 dice right now.
Yes.
I will give you the condition of the target fleeing. You are shooting through a stained glass at a different building at snipers who think they can take you out subtly, and you're just spraying them with bullets. So we can make it 6 dice.
Yes. And I think that's about all I can do right now.
Yeah, very good. Give me 6 dice, and I will find my attack roll on this one.
Well, I got 3 successes and no failure, or no crits.
Okay, now this is going to be very disappointing news for everyone. The snipers have an attack rating of 6. The snipers roll 6 dice. Snipers also rolled. No, they rolled okay. They rolled 4 successes on this one.
Okay, well, obviously, I'm going to block all 3 successes, or 3 of the successes, and take 1 injury.
As I said earlier before the break, but I realized that I wasn't super clear. So when you're blocking against my attacks, if I have 2 dice left or 1 die left, they both cause 1 injury. So 1 or 2 dice from me is 1 injury. 3 or more dice from me is 2 injuries and you are downed. So if you want to, if you're going to be taking an injury anyway, you don't have to block 2 dice from me. As long as you block like, so if you're blocking 2, you might as well block 2 to reduce to 0, or you want to block anything that's above 3.
But I can't do a special unless I have
You can't do a special, but you said you have. What was your results again?
3 successes.
3 successes. So yeah. So you could block. Let's see. 1, 2, 3. You could spend 2 successes on defending against me.
Right.
And you would still take 1 injury, even though I have 2 dice left.
Okay.
So 2 dice from me is not 2 injuries. 2 dice from me is still just 1 injury.
Okay.
And I'll then spend that success on something else.
Yeah, I'll use it to do a group's success on that.
Reduce the objective. Very good. Nice. So you can roll a d6 to find out what your injury is.
Spirits cowed.
Spirits cowed. The whatever is nestling inside Astrid's heart is just as a bit of a shudder of fear as it coils and uncoils very quickly. Chuck, you had volunteered as going alongside Astrid. What's Chuck doing?
I mean, I wouldn't hate participating in the anti-sniper front. I happen to have guns. Fun fact.
You do have guns.
Yeah. I'm scared to use my girls so early again because we are only on sector 3. But I do have a pretty high shoot. Can I just participate in the barrage, but like a little bit more specific? Less
I guess there is
less
some
ocean of fury
cover
and
being
more...
provided by the bullets.
Yeah.
Suppressive fire, if you will.
Yes, I would like to use this opportunity granted to me by Astrid and snipe some mother heckers.
What I will say is, if you were able to land, sorry, the threat rating for the sniper team is 3, which means that 3 successes against them as a direct attack, not as a defense, as a direct attack, will take them out. They also have a challenge rating of 2, which means that they will soak the first 2 successes of each attack. So you need to do 5 in one go to be able to take them out in one go. But if anyone has abilities that reduces challenge ratings, this might be a good moment to try using them. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. It doesn't change anything about what you just said. I'm just giving you extra information.
Looking at my fellow players who may or not have been winked and nudged on, because I certainly don't. Okay.
Keeping in mind, they still have 6 dice to attack you.
Weird question.
Yes.
So my acid spit, can it work on bullets?
I don't see why not. It's acid.
Yeah, right? I just wonder if like
it's a good line. What does my acid do? Sure.
I wonder if I could 2 birds, 1 stone. So like spit acid and not get hit by bullets. Like if there's Nazis in front of me, spit acid, and then if people shoot me, I'm fine.
Sure. Again, depends on the dice, but yes, I like the visual. Like is a strong word. I appreciate the effort put into the visual.
Thank you. Because I also have 2 extra die if I use my spit against metal, and I would like to casually assume that bullets are metal.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So, can I do that instead?
So we're doing. I mean, you can shoot and use your gun and use your acid spit. Why would you not be able to spit while shooting?
Oh, I don't know what the mechanics are yet. I'm learning. Let's go. Okay. So
as long as you can plausibly make it work, and you have like the mechanic reasons for it. So if you need to spend blood, you have to spend blood. I will allow it.
Great. Then we are erasing one of our bloods to spend blood on the acid spit, which gives me +2.
Okay.
Does it give me just 1 flat as
it gives you 1 from the acid spit,
and then 2 plus metal,
and then 2 from the pluses in the brackets,
and then 3 for shoot,
and then 3 for shoot.
Okay.
And then using the guns.
I only have 3 left.
Okay.
So I'd kind of like to wait till we got a little bit closer to Hitler. I think it'd be nice to use my girls against the big bad.
So currently rolling 6.
I'm going to use this. Have you seen the wonky dice?
Adventure Dice does sell. In fact, the Watch Your 6 dice. You can find it on adventuredice.ca right now. Look at how smooth and that transition was. That is 3 successes against you.
Oh, I'm so sorry. 5, 5, 6, 6, 6, 3.
So 5 successes, of which 2 got crits.
Yeah.
Okay. As I said, so this is 3 successes. So if you block 1, you will take an injury. If you block 3, you will take 0. Those are your 2 options in terms of blocking.
Can I use 1 crit plus 1 regular success to block?
To block all 3, absolutely.
Yes. Okay, so that's my 6 and my 5. Now I have 2 6s and a 5 left.
What do you want to do?
Oh my gosh. Oh, I'm so sorry. My cat is climbing furniture. And failing. All right. Okay, I'm back. I would like to. Yeah, I'm gonna take 4 blood.
Mm-hmm.
And so use 2 of my 6s,
Mm-hmm.
and then use the remaining success for group success.
Okay, we're reducing the objective down to a 6. As it's not really shoot. You see Chuck pull out the guns to go. Is it Betty and Maria or Betsy and Maria?
It's Betsy and Maria.
Betsy and Maria pull out the guns, look up, and then just start spraying acid into the sky against the window. As Astrid is still just like full submachine gunning in slow motion towards the snipers going. And a couple of these snipers are probably being taken out as this is happening, but blood flies back in as Chuck is just you can see that Chuck's tongue is elongating a little. Not quite at full length yet, but we're getting there. We're getting there. He's finding himself. Let's move to Iryna.
So paint me a picture. Where are we right now?
You're inside a church. There are pews. There are these infantry squads that are coming up against the church, coming from the outside, that you may or may not have barricaded, even just accidentally, but you are also being targeted by snipers in a building close, which Astrid and Chuck are currently trying to take care of. But there are people coming through the front door shooting at you.
Right.
So you can either deal directly with the people who are coming for you, you can deal with people on the outside, you can also ignore threats entirely and just like deal with the consequences of being hit. There's also a giant cross behind the altar that you could take with you at some point if you wanted a piece of loot.
Okay, good to know. Right. So you said there is an altar. The stained glass windows have been blown out already.
Which I will say is stone, unless you want it to be made of wood because you have a plan in mind.
Stone is fine. Stone is perfect. The altar is a stage for our purposes right now. Covered in beautiful. It's broken colored glass, but we're gonna call it like tinsel. It's great.
Yeah.
Gorgeous surroundings. Some would say beautiful, even. So I think that I'm going to use my exquisite hunting rifle and my elevated position and beautiful surroundings to shoot the hell out of the people coming through the door.
Very good. Very nice.
So I think if I'm adding this right, 3 shoot, 4 for the hunting rifle, and then 5 for beautiful surroundings. Is that accurate?
Yes.
Okay. Also, what does it mean to mesmerize by my unearthly visage? What can I do that while I am shooting?
So the beautiful surroundings, you do have to activate the dark glamour, but mesmerizing by your unearthly visage is entirely up to you how you want to interpret that. But it just I have an scaring idea. People, shocking people, just like it is like it's a very lovely, like as I said, there is the tinsel of the glass on the altar. There is a very blasphemous appearance of you just like standing onto the altar, pulling out the rifle and starting to shoot people in the face.
I really, from their position, I want them to see the cross behind me and me, their new god, in front of it, and just begin blowing them away.
Yep. Very
while
good.
Looking unbelievably hot at the same time.
So that is 1 for the dark glamour, 1 for the beautiful surroundings.
Yep.
1 for the exquisite rifle, 1 from the elevated position, and 3 from shoot, which will bring you up to 7.
Okie dokie. Just 5 and 7 to the tower.
And because we're not currently engaged with the snipers, because those are being engaged outside right now, this is your infantry squad. They're going to be rolling 4.
Blair, your dice failed me.
No. Good story. Single success from my side.
1, 1, 2 twos, sorry, 3 twos, 2 4s, and a 3.
That is 2 successes.
Okay.
Versus 1 success. Would you like to slip into a flashback?
I think I will. Is it one or the other, or can I do both?
If you roll into a flashback, you will gain 2 extra dice, and you will re-roll that pool of 7. So you will roll a 9 dice pool.
Let's do it.
Let's do it. Roll a d6 for me.
4.
This was extracting a spy from behind enemy lines was your context. Roll a second d6.
5.
You won't let one of the other characters see you fail in this particular situation. What do you respect the most about them?
Ooh, I think in this situation, it would probably be Astrid. I'm used to a lot of the finer things and nicer living, but sometimes when you are having to go behind enemy lines, you've got to be a little dirty, a little rough and tumble, a little ready to just be uncomfortable, and that is not where Iryna does her best. So yeah, I'm gonna go with Astrid.
Very good. So in this extracting behind the enemy lines, what was it that gave you the strength that you now bring back to mind as you decide to actually, you know what, you're not going to fail at this because Astrid is looking and Astrid is taking care of the snipers for you.
It was like the last leg of the journey. We are injured and not doing our best, and we just need to get through that like last leg. And Iryna was starting to spiral, guns out of ammo, not feeling the best, and Astrid just kind of shook her by the shoulders a little bit and gave her a little like, pull it together, you've got this. And Iryna just remembered, yes, I do in fact have this. I am amazing. What am I talking about?
Add 2 dice and roll all 9 dice again.
Yeah. Next. And
just imagine, like, in all of this, there is like this green acid spit in the air that is corroding bullets as they are coming directly towards Chuck and Astrid. As Astrid just, like, again, slow motion dread scene, like everything is taking on this nice glitter and tinsel coloring of the stained glass crashing into Astrid and out of the church at the same time.
I clogged my dice tower, so I right. So 3 1s, but 2 5s and a 6. And I need to put these in order. Okay, 1 second. Okay, 3 1s, 2 2s, a 4, 2 5s, and a 6.
That is 4 successes, of which 1 is a crit,
Yeah.
versus a single success from the infantry squad moving in.
Amazing. So can I use the like lowest amount that I can to block them?
Yep, single success against them.
Amazing. I am going to use
2 successes and a 6.
Awesome. I'm going to use 1 success to reduce, the crit to reduce the threat attack rating.
The threat attack rating will by how much?
1.
By 1. Very cool. Bring their attack to a 2. And the other 2 successes?
Blood.
Okay. Current objective is still at a 6. You gain 2 blood. Crits are 2 successes, yes, but this was activating a special. But thank you for checking. Which brings us to Flint. You're in a church. It's kind of like a cave, but worse.
Yeah. We'll let Astrid and Chuck handle the snipers. Iryna's doing great from the altar. Flint would like to take this from the opposite perspective. Is there like a mezzanine of sorts? Like they'd have the pews lined up on the main floor and then like a mezzanine or a balcony like above. Looking
There is
for
now.
like a and there is now. Oh, so okay, so yeah, so that's
The
Flint's
organist,
goal.
where the organist plays.
Yeah,
But
yep.
like on the like backside, yeah. So we can do a fun little like swoop over all the pews, all the Nazis. Just wanting to you know what? Let's take a pew from up there too while we're at it. So we're gonna the Flint liked his couch move. So he's going to attempt repeating it on a smaller scale with a pew. He's hoping for some sort of element of surprise almost coming from behind the Nazis with a swoop in. He's a bat with a pew bat. He's gonna start swinging at all of them with it.
Very good, very good, very good.
Trying to get in everything I can. Would it be possible to also spend another blood from this mezzanine balcony to like start sensing heartbeats?
Yeah.
Trying to get that better idea of like numbers, best angles to get as many heads busted.
Everyone like thinks that Flint like is a little feral, a little beastly. Doesn't mean he's stupid. He just has a different approach to things.
Exactly. So you know what? We're gonna make this a sneak instead of his usual brawl. Because he was trying to stealth it in, coming in from the back, doing his little strategy. So that would be a base for 3. Sensing heartbeat gets him an ability, improvised weaponry, and he's using his wings, so 5.
Would you say the improvised weaponry is aerodynamic?
Not in this case, because he's not throwing it, he's using it as a bat, so it is staying in his hands.
Is there aerial combat with you flying down?
Yes, that I would argue, because he come in with
you an extra one, so that's 6.
Perfect.
Yeah. And there is enough cover, I would say, in this particular situation, because you're going from up, you're going down. Iryna
like
is shooting at them. There are bullets. There is glass. You get an extra one for that
dense.
one. That's 7. Yeah.
Okay. Bet. We like good dense caliber.
And their attack rating was reduced a little, so they're just going to be attacking with 3 total because there's 2 groups, but that is no successes.
That is 4 4s, a 6, and a 5.
Holy damn.
So the crit is going to be used thematically would be used last, but just so I can get it out of my tray, I'm using it first. To use the special to go ahead and regain 3 blood that we just spent. Absolutely. And then we'll go ahead and actually spend 3 more successes to gain 3 more blood.
Okay.
Because I am a heathen. I would like to use these next 2 to further the objective, I guess, in this case.
Yeah,
so that's what's
2
left.
used against that one will bring the objective down to a 4. So this is probably going to be our last location for Sector 3, and keeping an eye on time as well. I'm going to move into Sector 2 at the end of this one, and we'll probably start directly in Sector 2 next week. We still have some time. I'm just keeping an eye on that. It is the end of the round. There's going to be some reinforcements coming in. The snipers do not get reinforced, but the other 2 do, meaning that their where are we? Their attack rating goes back to 3 for both of them. There was a question in the chat, which was how do I get rid of threats? You kill them. By killing them, you allocate your successes against their threat rating. For the infantry squads specifically, it's a threat rating of 6. So they attack with 3 dice, and you need to allocate 6 successes against them to take them out. At the end of a round, I will roll a d6 and see how many of them just reappear with reinforcements. But if you destroy them before the end of the round, there will be no threats for you to engage with for the rest of that scene until the reinforcements arrive. The sniper team has said the threat rating for the sniper team is 3, but they have a challenge of 2. So to do damage to them, you have to do at least 3 successes each time to be able to overcome that challenge step, which is like the buffer, the soak of the damage. Which is why it's your choice. Like you can just gun for the objective and just take damage and just get through the scene, or you can try taking out people in the scene and then go for the objective. That is up to you and how you want to play out that strategy. But on our next round, we are going to start with let's go. We started with Astrid and Chuck initially. Let's go back, but in reverse, with Chuck and then Astrid.
All right. Now that I understand how to make the threat go away, I would like to do that.
Still with the snipers?
Who's the biggest baddie?
Big nasty attack dice. It's the snipers.
Yeah, right. Let's go.
They have 6 attack dice.
Cool. I don't have any. I don't have. I don't think I have anything cool or exciting to do besides what I did last time. I think I outcooled myself right on the bat.
Just keep going.
Cool. Yeah. More blood, more acid spit, more shooting, more tooting.
More shooting, more tooting, more looting, maybe?
Oh, actually,
yes.
To be cool, I don't know if this I don't think this is more for flavor, but I would love if this got me an extra dice. I would love to take Jesus off
the cross?
the wall.
Take the cross?
Yeah, and as I was using Astrid's rapid fire as sort of a mirage or a way to hide my movements, I would like to use Jesus as my defense and throw Jesus at them. Maybe they're afraid of shooting their own god.
So
yeah,
I mean, debatable, but there is an item of loot in this particular location, which is the, and I quote, particularly huge cross. You get 2 uses out of it. So it'll give you 1 die per use. And it has a double bonus, so ++, swing for the fences.
Okay.
So you can get 3 dice if you fulfill that narrative condition.
Okay.
With this big, huge cross.
Yeah, okay. So I'm going to Uno reverse everything I just said. Take that cross.
Okay.
I still want the cross. I still want to spit on people. They should pay for it.
Yeah, making some people realize something about themselves tonight.
You're welcome. And I would like to very casually take as who are on the ground already. There's 2 groups on the ground.
2 groups on the ground.
Whoever I hate the most, can they be relocated aerially to the snipers via Jesus bat?
Yeah, just slam into some Nazis to use them as Nazi balls against the snipers on the roof.
Yeah, I mean, why
Absolutely.
not turn Nazis into ballistics?
Yeah, they did not see that coming. Hey, we got it. We got it.
We did it.
Jess is so disappointed in me.
Straight to abolitionist jail.
Okay. Chuck.
Hi.
Tell me what the pool is, and on top of that, it's 3 dice for the particularly huge cross and swinging for the fences.
Okay, so would that be brawl?
It is whatever you want it to be.
Well, I'm repurposing a bat.
Yes.
Out of a cross. Does that count as fixing because I'm repurposing?
Sure.
Great. So base 4. Acid spit always. So I'll spend a nice little blood. I don't think it gets me. There's no metal involved. Unless I can count
There's
the
still
altar.
bullets coming.
Great. Okay. So, but goodbye blood.
There's nails in the cross.
Yeah.
Usually.
And then the altar's probably got a little bit of like metal on it. They probably gilded it because
Catholics.
As far as I know, okay, so 4 acid spit, metal, and then how many more with
the extra 3?
10.
10d6 versus the
where
6
I'm
dice
coming for you
from the snipers with a single success. I can't believe that.
Oh, I'm so giddy. Ooh,
A
I'm so
1,
giddy.
2, 3, 3, 3, 4.
Oh, I have big feelings. Oh, I'm so excited. Okay, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Um,
Kidding.
if people are enjoying the game and would like to buy a hard copy of it, Adventure Dice still has it in stock. There are not many left, and we will have some copies in Winnipeg and probably in Penticton. But we do have a couple of hard copies still left. We will put a link in the chat. There is a link in the chat, in fact, if you just scroll up just a little bit. We do still have some copies in stock.
I would like to complain to the manager that I got 10% success.
It's a good story. It's making people laugh. It's a good story.
I would also like to say this is an adventure die. I got this from a not a mimic, so my only success was from you guys. Thanks so much.
See? Good story every time.
And then I got 2 ones, so I gotta take some blood back, but I only have 1 success out of all that.
1 success.
Yeah.
Would you like to take an injury and use that success on something else, or would you like to block the attack coming your way?
I have enough blood that I'll casually I'll take an injury, and can I help reduce the threat?
You would not be able to reduce the threat on this one because they soak up 2.
Okay,
but you
then
can reduce the objective and bring it to a 3.
I'll do that.
Very good.
So do you want me to
roll a d6 for your injury?
Yep. 2. I'm shot full of holes.
Oh, sorry, Chuck.
10 die. I'm so mad. It's about the story.
You have to spend 1 blood at the start of your turn until you heal.
Yeah.
Okay.
Press F in the chat.
Yeah, F in the chat. F in chat for Chuck's holes. Astrid.
All right. I'm going to look at the fact that I just sprayed all these people and didn't get hardly anything. And in her way, she's going to get extremely mad and upset and for gamers rage, but in this case I'm using terrify.
Very good, very good, very good.
And pull my great spear and start charging as I throw it up at the snipers. And just try and get as many of these snipers at one time as I can.
Yep. The thing that you're being charged by the 2 infantry squads inside the thing, so you do fill the condition, and also you are charging at the same time. That is 4, and 1 is 5, and 1 is 6. Anything else you want to add on to this?
No, because my abilities right now really don't work that well. I got 2 specials.
If you have any blood and you want to, do the blood hunt again, it will give you 2 extra dice.
Yeah, let's do that.
Okay. So we'll have Terrify is 4, plus your Great Spear is 1. Receiving a charge is an extra. That'll be 5, 6, plus tracking the targets and targets fleeing is 8 dice total. And you said you're going for the snipers again.
Yes.
Yeah, that is 2 successes.
Okay.
Okay.
I got 1 crit and 3 successes.
Very good. Very good. You can use the crit to block my attack entirely, if you want.
How many successes do you end up having? 2?
I have 2.
Okay, yeah, I'll do that.
Okay.
And then
3
actually,
successes.
no, I'm gonna save that crit and use 2 of my successes. The crit I'm going to use to down the sniper's attacks by 3 die.
Okay. May I
For
suggest?
my
May I suggest?
unnatural. What's that?
Your Apex Predator ability for Astrid reduces a threat rating by 3. The sniper threat rating is 3. You could remove the snipers entirely from the scene.
Then yeah, I'll do
by
the
spending
Apex
the special.
Predator. I'll do the Apex Predator for that.
And I think what we see is like it's full lightning in the background as Astrid just goes into full Great Spear, launching upwards on its full arc against the sky, launching onto the roof. And all you hear is just Wilhelm screams just for days. And then Astrid just walks back, just, shaking off bits of people, walking back into the church.
And I'm going to use the last success to get a blood.
Absolutely.
And then I want to take 3 blood away to heal an injury.
Yeah, very good. Very good. Very nice. So objective rating is still 3. We're going to go, we had Iryna and then Flint. We're going to go Flint and then Iryna.
All right. Flint's just gonna do the gosh darn thing again. Because that's what we do. This time though, we're going to
Also, fun fact, the snipers don't have reinforcements, so they can't come back.
That is a fun fact. I like that fact. We are going to continue with this pew that we've been weaving around with.
Mm-hmm. I think you do notice that Chuck has a really fun new toy.
Chuck does have a
big cross.
Toy.
I will share. I'm happy to share. Like I said, vampires share and share alike.
If Chuck would be fine with sharing, then Flint would
absolutely.
Flippity flappity.
I'm gonna turn it around
over there.
With hand scissors.
Over. Beautiful. We'll do a big over exaggerated bow in the process of taking this over.
Monsieur.
And then literally just turn around absolutely feral-eyed at the rest of the Nazis, holding the cross like a giant sword. It's got the handle going for him, just grinning, and we'll go in flapping again. We're gonna spend a blood to, improvised projectile. So as we start flapping in, we are going to end up just hucking the cross and trying to spear through as many Nazis as we possibly can.
Okay.
The goal is pinning them to the pulpit.
Very good.
Yeah. We're gonna brawl this one though.
Okay.
For sure.
I'll say so the cross will give you an extra die.
Cool.
Is it if you feel the swing for the fences will give you extra 2 dice on top of that as well. But you are going for a pinning technique. And the cross will break as you use it on this go.
As we use it. Okay. And then improvised projectile. Would that count as aerodynamic?
It's going to break. It's going to get thinner and thinner and just winnow its way through the people. So yes, absolutely.
Wonderful. And then we're flying with aerial combat here. Spending another blood, so that's those 2. 2. I believe that brings me to 11.
11 dice. 11d6. Very good.
I will break 11 next session. That's my goal.
That is 2 successes from these infantry squad that are looking pretty scared, especially as Astrid just re-enters through the window that she just exploded out.
That is 3 crits and 3 successes.
Very good.
5 failures.
Yes. Excellent. This is how you play the game.
I would like to use just regular successes to negate.
Yep, that's 2 successes against the attacks.
We will use one crit to gain 3 blood.
Mm-hmm.
I'd like to
objective
use...
rating is 3 right now.
The objective rating is 3. I don't want to do that to anyone. Unless we're ready. If that's what we're trying to do, then we can definitely do that right now. Because I've got I think...
Whatever you choose to do, this is going to be the last scene of our game tonight.
Okay.
So we'll have a quick epilogue after that, and then we'll go into Sector 2 next session.
Well, if my fellow clanmates or fangmates are down with it, we can definitely use... I've got, I believe, 2, a crit, and then a regular success would knock out the objective there.
Oh yeah.
I guess Iryna is the only one who hasn't gone yet, so
Yeah.
Iryna can confirm or deny.
Iryna just wants to drown someone in a baptismal font. That's what Iryna wants to do.
You don't have to roll for that.
That's okay. Yeah. One of the people that I have terrified, the one with the poorest judgment who's standing the closest to me, is getting dragged to a baptismal font, is getting their throat opened, and then is being drowned in holy water and their own blood.
Beautiful.
Save some of the blood.
I have, with 1 crit left, could ask the clanmates if anybody has an injury that they needed healed. Because I would happily give them 3 blood, then I could use my crit and drain another 3 blood.
I'm at my first injury level, but it's my torn suit.
I have enough to heal, but I'm planning on healing next. So I could take it, but I don't know how it works Alex. Because I'm full up on blood.
Depends what full up means. As long as you have 3 to spend to heal an injury, it's good. Yeah.
But I'm asking, like, if Flint wants to give blood, do I have to spend blood to give blood, or can they just give it to me and I automatically heal?
Yeah. The 10 is not a limit on blood. 10 is just, it's what it fits on the character sheet. You can have more than was that not clear? I'm so sorry.
In that case, then I would like to use my last crit and drink another 3 blood.
There we go.
So I can be at 14 blood. Okay.
All the blood.
The blood. Oh.
I hope we can clip that. Andrea, please clip that. Players suddenly realize that mechanic is actually in their favor.
It just gave us this many boxes.
It's true. It's true.
Yes, I agree. I thought we were only allowed 10 also.
This is good.
I'll double check the rules, but I'm pretty sure it's more of a guideline indication.
It's good. We're good. We're allowed to
I like
all the blood. It's part of the rules.
Let's say that's a player rule now.
It is a home rule now. Iryna.
Yeah, I mean, Iryna's gonna just terrify whatever is left, if anything is left. With my baptismal font antics. And yeah, again, that's it. Just terrifying. Just straight 3, I would say.
Question for Irene. Is there any like super cool jewels or gemstones you want to steal and like patch your jacket with?
Oh, I mean, it is a Catholic church, isn't it? Iryna's gonna steal a nun's habit and just a set of vestments as well. No reason, really. Yes.
Rosary beads would probably have the gems on them.
And you know what? Let's grab some rosary beads just to complete the look.
Yeah. It was just such a shame to have a hole in this beautiful jacket.
It is very true.
As
so
GM,
I'm
going
to adjust.
To be a fan of the players, and what my fanning of the players right now suggests is, if you're pretending to use this stuff as a way of, I don't know, conning people, you might be able to get a 4 starting dice pool. Looking at Iryna's stats.
Ooh, I really do like the idea. Okay. So Iryna grabs a a nun's habit, some rosary beads, cinches that around just the waist, just give it some shape. It's a very
Yeah, of
shapeless
course.
habit. And just use looking beatific as possible. Again, drown someone in a baptismal font.
Yeah, I mean, that's called a baptism.
Get a girl
Yeah.
to do both, you know?
Cool.
God forbid women
And-
have hobbies.
Okay, so 4.
4 to begin with con.
Okay.
Anything else you want to add on to it?
You know what? I'll spend a blood for my beautiful surroundings. Why not?
Dark glamour, beautiful surroundings. That is 2 extra dice. That is 6.
Is it 2?
It is 1 for the ability.
Oh.
And 1 for the plus in the brackets if you fulfill that condition.
Brilliant. Okay. Yeah, so I've got 6. Okay. I'm gonna roll them in 3 so I don't clog again.
That is 1 success for me.
Right. I've got a crit, a success, and 4 failures. 2 of which are ones.
Okay, I have a single success on this side, so you can either take it as an injury, or you can block against it, and then we still have 3 on the objective.
Awesome. I will apply the success to block and the crit to the objective.
Okay, bring us objective down to 1.
Yeah, and that is what I can do.
That is good.
Yeah.
What I feel like is because this is a single success needed for this, and there is a lot of carnage happening in this church, and there is a giant cross that was taken off the wall and launched and made into a spear that eventually reached just a skewer of Nazis. Astrid had a whole Dark Knight Returns moment, just like launching herself out and then launching herself back in and out of a church towards a roof and just like taking out snipers. Chuck, who is still dealing with the whole spitting acid and using like a giant cross as a bat, as we do. Flint doing the Flint thing, and just throwing things and taking things back, and Iryna still really just inhabiting that role, just finding that moment of beatitude and holiness and drowning people. I feel like I'm just going to give you this last success because it's just 1 success. It's not fair to give one of you a whole extra scene and not everyone. So if I could have a little narrative snippet from what everyone is doing. In fact, if you would all like to roll your search stat, to see how much blood you can gain from the scene as you leave the church, we'll do that.
I only have 2 search. Can I also scream and use echolocation to add 1?
No, I'm giving you a thing for free.
A 5 and a 3.
I'm always going to do this. You know this.
I also got a 5 and a 3.
A 1 blood.
I got 2 3s and a 5.
1 blood.
I got 3 and 1.
The 1, you have a special ability. The 1 gives you blood, so you get 1 blood.
Hell yeah.
Everyone gets the blood.
Thanks,
You
Oprah.
get a blood. You get a blood. We all
You get a blood. You get a blood. You get a blood. And as you give me a little narrative snippet of how you leave this now unhallowed ground, out of this area and head into the next sector of Paris, going round starting with Iryna.
When the bubbles stop, Iryna just wipes her.
Hell yeah.
Yes.
Just like wipes her hands on the vestments, and just kind of looks around, checks on what everyone else is doing, like, oh, okay, we're good to go. Brilliant, amazing. And begin to walk out the door.
Just walk right out.
That's what I'm doing.
Walk right out. Astrid.
She, after having, I guess, dived back in, jumped back in from killing all the snipers, sees that Chuck and Flint took out quite a bit with that big cross, and she goes over, picks up a sliver of it, cocks it, and walks out.
I'll give you a piece of loot. It'll be a single use, and it'll be just cross shard. We could give it. I'll give you a bonus condition before next session. I'll think about what to give you as a bonus condition. Flint.
Flint is crawling, or we're using bat wings and just doing a horrifying walk out of the church, literally sniffing out and feral dogging every Nazi head and neck in here. So nothing is going to remain attached. Every Nazi body is going to be separated before Flint leaves this, just to make sure nothing can happen, no zombie times happen or whatever. And then, yeah, just walk off into the sunset towards the next destination.
Very good. And Chuck.
I'm going to use the closest officer as a napkin, because I have conveniently spat a bunch. So I'm just going to go tap, 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 tap. I'm going to go to the holy water and use it as gargle. Just swish that around for 7.
There is some blood in there too, so it's quite tasty.
Great. Yum, 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 yum. I'm not going to drink it because it's gargle. And I'm going to into a spittoon, which conveniently happens to exist in this environment.
And it also starts fizzling.
Yeah. And then I'm going to say, hey, guys, we were good. You were bad and ugly. See ya never again. And haul ass.
And heading out, and we will be heading into Sector 2 with the German Technology Pavilion, the metro station, the Museum of European Warfare, an expensive-looking garage, a Jardin de Fées, which is illumination and amusement park.
Shit.
The French Resistance hideout, the concert hall, and the exhibition of degenerate art next week.
Degenerate art.
We're going to go round and just very quickly remind everyone who you are, where they can find you if you want to be found, want to be perceived. I don't know, you are on stream right now, so you want to be perceived somehow. A dinner and a game. We have a raid in chat, which is useful for you to plug yourself. So please, let's go round, starting with Jess.
Hi, I'm Iryna today, but I'm also Chronically Quill on Instagram. You can find me there. I'm very new on Instagram there, so come keep me company.
Yeah. Queenie.
Hi, I'm Queenie. I'm only on Discord right now because I'm resetting up socials for streaming and podcasting purposes. So give me till next week.
Very good. Urvy.
Hello, Urvy here. I've had a pleasure having fun being a feral Flint for you. You can find me across the internet at Caesar Slod, or just type in Urvy Fits. I am somewhere and everywhere.
And Emily.
My name is Emily. I have been Chuck for you this afternoon, and I have an Instagram handle, emily.the.everything, and that's where I put my work stuff.
And my name is has been and will be for a while at least, Alex. I have been your GM for the night, and I have been told by the behind the scenes that I am now supposed to take the game that we played tonight, which was Eat the Reich by Rowan, Rook and Decard, written by Grant Howitt, with art by Will Kirkby, put it back on the TBR shelf, so that we will then close as I put it away, and we'll pick it back up next week, October 22nd at 6:30 p.m. Pacific. We'll be playing the same characters. We'll be continuing our Nazi Slaughterfest through Paris as we reach Adolf Hitler in Zeppelin atop of the Eiffel Tower.
Heck yeah.
Yeah, so I will be moving away from here. There we go. Until next time, have a great night.